What up? I said, what up? What's going on, y'all? Chilling, chilling, chilling. We got your boy Wings of Redemption, White Boy 7th Street, and Eddie the Chump.
Yo, yo.
What's going on, y'all?
Back and better than ever with the hat.
I know, right? Well, people
Better
said I
than
look
that.
like Heisenberg, so I thought I better, allay people's fears.
Ain't what I had a girl come over and say you'd look like something else. You
But
look like a
it-
child molester.
Oh, all right.
Wow, cheers. Thanks, girl.
If he shaved his mustache and beard, it'll look definitely like a child molester.
No, if he left
If
his
he shaved his
mustache.
mustache and beard,
You need to
Oh
leave
yeah,
look
just,
like a
just the
mustache.
yeah,
Just the
or
tash.
just the mustache.
Just the tash.
yeah, just keep the mustache and shave off the goatee and just be like,
I couldn't do that. Zoe would never go near me ever again.
Look like a creep.
do this, Eddie. Look at the camera directly.
People were just saying you look like everything. I'm reading like. Okay.
I know. A lot of the comments were... Some of the comments were not so nice.
One guy said you look like the dude off. He got the swastika right here.
Oh, the guy, yeah.
American
Norton
X.
from American History X, yeah.
That's
American
Edward Norton.
History X.
Edward Norton.
Yeah. Only because he had a baldy and a goatee, because he didn't look anything like him to me. Like I'm
I
like,
put my beard up this week,
Underneath
fellas.
his shirt. No, I'm not.
you said you fucked your beard
I was
up
looking at
Oh
it.
yeah, I
Something
gapped.
was off.
on this side.
I had to try to fix it, but I gapped it right there, and there's like a big old hole in it.
You
So I was
brought it up too far.
No, I had to bring it up so far because I was trimming it down, and it slipped, and it put a big old gap like right there. So like it was hairy, then a big open space. So I tried to fix it.
Anybody ever had like a haircut nightmare? Like
No, I
Like the
have the
guard
same
ever
problem
come
that
on?
Wings had. Like I would pull out my beard hair. Just I don't know why. It was just something I did when it got really long because it was so annoying, and it felt good to get the hair away. And yeah, I would have that same big gap right there. It's kind of bad.
you ever had a real fucked up haircut? See,
I've
when
always
you
shaved my
black,
head.
when you black and you got a fucked up haircut, like man, you gotta wait like days and days and shit for that shit to grow back.
Why is it black people can't grow hair, Jive? Why is that?
I don't know. We grow hair, but like I don't know.
Here's the thing. Black males grow hair.
It's rougher. It's like tougher.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
like
tough hair.
much
Rough
tighter
and tough
wound.
with my Afro puff.
Yeah, it's
And
like
Y'all don't
like-
know that song.
Most black girls I know have very little hair. They look like aging middle-aged men if they don't have their weaves on.
Damn, they look that bad. How many
just
black
say-
girls you know? Like
A
three?
lot. I mean, like I live at like it's 70% around here is the black community.
Asian middle-aged men. God damn.
I'm just
Wow.
saying, like you ever see a girl without a weave on, and it's like almost like it's patchy. Like they're bald in certain spots, and they got hair in certain spots.
I think you just got some seriously
That's
skanky
something in
ridges.
the water down there. cuz.
Yeah.
He said it's patchy. Like, nah.
That
Yeah,
BP
it's
oil spill.
Yeah.
It is. It's patchy. Like I knew this one girl. She was drop dead sexy, and then she took her weave off one day at work, and that shit looked like. You ever see like the washed up white guy that's like a businessman? And he's all flustered and he's got his comb overs messed up. That's what they
Yeah.
look like.
Like Better Call Saul.
Kinda, yeah.
Damn. What? Oh, that show must be like on the off season or something. I was about to say, what happened to that show?
I mean, he's
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
probably on a
good?
mid-season break. It's probably on a
First
mid-season.
season was okay. It started off slow. It got
I heard
good,
it
and
started slow. Then
Well, every
Yeah.
TV show really does start slow. Like they
Yeah.
have to introduce you to the characters.
the story, but we know the character. That's the thing.
That is
Yeah,
true.
but you don't know his world.
But yeah, they can't just make it be just action soon as it fucking
What
starts.
show grabbed you within the first episode and you had to keep watching? Because I know what mine is.
I liked
It wasn't-
Entourage a lot. Like for me,
Yeah, Entourage was real good.
like
yeah.
because I didn't watch Entourage until it was over, and then me and Kelly just plowed through it in like 2 days. Like literally 2 days of nothing but Entourage, and it was great.
Let me tell you what I tried and I just couldn't get into. The Sopranos. I just couldn't get into that show.
First season's not fantastic, I have to say. Like, it gets truly epic later on. Like, it is fucking amazing. But the first season's not fantastic.
Yeah, I got to like episode 4, and I'm like, this is not that good.
Yeah. See, the one show in recent memory where I watched the first episode and I had to keep watching, we'll just exclude Game of Thrones because, you know, we'll just...
Game of Thrones didn't grab me like that.
Really?
It really didn't. Like, from the beginning, like, it didn't. I just heard it was so good, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna watch this shit. And then my homie, he was like, pay attention to the storyline. Just pay attention to the storyline and just watch. And then I watched, then I think about episode 4 or 5, that's when it started, you know. Because at the beginning, it just was... But when the beginning, Ned Stark cut the dude head off, I was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, he had that big-ass sword. I'm like, oh, shit, this might be all right. And then it got kind of...
Political.
Yeah. But they were telling the story, so...
Yeah.
You know.
The first episode of season 1 of True Detective immediately grabbed me. Immediately. Like, I was like, no, well, I have to watch all of it now. I had it on DVD. I was watching it with Zoe. Her dad had lent us the DVD box set. I watched the first episode. I was like, no, I'm totally in. I'm totally in.
Never saw it.
Oh my god!
My favorite show ever.
I need a new series. We're almost done with Orange Is the New Black, and I have nothing.
Have you seen True Detective?
I have not.
Oh my god!
Let me write that down.
How many seasons? How many seasons?
What is that?
The season 2 has just started.
Okay.
What is that? Like a Showtime, HBO? What is that?
Yeah, it's got Woody Harrelson and
no. What's it? What network?
Freak. What?
You're trying to sell it. It's gonna be like an ABC.
HBO. I swear it's HBO.
Yeah. I didn't like how you tried to divert the question.
Hold on. Wings must have like a great fucking show lined up because he's just sitting there and not saying anything.
Oh, I got 2 of them actually.
I can see like our reflection on his glasses. You just sitting there, our reflections on your glasses.
I got 2 of them actually. One was Red Dwarf. I really liked Red Dwarf from the moment I seen it.
Yeah.
And the other one was Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I heard about that. I heard that's real good.
And I'm like, and I was just looking at it, so I'm nerdy as fuck.
What's that about?
I heard that's good though.
Yeah, Doctor Who is pretty good as well.
It's spotty. It can be good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is genuinely amazing. Most of it is great. Is like Star Trek has a bad reputation now, but the Star Trek: The Next Generation is an amazing TV show. Fucking amazing.
I like the originals better.
Dude, the first episode of Next Generation has a link to the final season written into it at the beginning. They knew exactly what they were going to do 7 years previously.
Gene Roddenberry's a fucking mastermind.
Yeah, he is. It's amazing.
All the black viewers are going to kill me for this, but I didn't like The Wire either. You guys watch The Wire?
Yeah, I like The Wire.
I don't like Police.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the Police either. But for some, I just didn't like The Wire. You like The White Boy?
I love it. You remind me of Omar a lot.
Dexter was a good series
Omar.
from the start.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, White Boy.
I knew that was coming. Omar's a cool character, though. Omar is the man.
I'd go so far and say Dexter was better at the beginning than it was at the end.
True. I would.
I was gonna bring Dexter up because I'm just a piece of shit. I didn't like that either. Like I only watched like 3 episodes, but
it got kind of stale in season 3 when they had like the district attorney wanting to help out.
Yeah.
Help him out.
Yeah, he wanted to help him kill people.
I'm gonna give it another chance. I saw the part where the guy was killing people and he took all the blood out, and I'm like,
that's the ice truck killer. That's the first season.
Yeah,
that's a good season, but after that it gets a bit.
It's a good season.
The first,
season 2 is the best.
I think season 1. Yeah, season 2. Is that the one with the English girl in it?
That's the one where they find all his bodies, where he dumps all the bodies.
Yeah, it's got the English girl in it with the dark hair. Yeah, that's a great season.
All right, I'm gonna pay attention to it because I was like texting and shit like while watching. So
I like Black Sails a lot.
I haven't seen that yet.
I've heard that's amazing.
It's two seasons, or 2 seasons long. It's really good. I like the pirates.
In the 3rd season coming up?
No, I don't think so. It ended like 2-3 months ago. I hope so though. I wish, because that was really
I
good.
almost remember seeing like Black Sails being advertised on the baseball game.
Like sales.
I hope so. If that'd be great, because
I
I
cannot
really
tell
like
you. I
What
cannot,
network is that?
that. Stars or Showtime? It's a S1.
I can't tell you enough. That if like, I think Geordie will love True Detective the first season. So True Detective's kind of strange because one season is a set of characters, and then the next season is a new set of characters, right? Because when they first started doing it, Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey are the two leads in it, and like they're obviously like movie stars and stuff, and Matthew McConaughey had to go off and do like Interstellar and loads of other like Dallas Buyers Club and stuff like that. So they only committed to one season, but they couldn't do the second season. So we've moved on to a new set of characters, but they're still on the show as executive producers, and there's rumors that they're going to make another season with those characters as well. So I don't know if they're going to alternate or they're going to go on to different characters. But this second season is a completely
What
different.
is True Detective about? You just tell me characters.
True
then.
Detective is about, it's set in the South, and it's a murder mystery, but like the kind of the
So it's
best.
kind of like Bones.
No, I really can't explain how dark this show is. It's like it's ostensibly about like solving murders, like child murders and sex crimes in the South, right? That's hidden, covered up by
Churches.
churches and the law and all that kind of stuff. But you don't know that at the beginning. At the beginning, it just seems to be like there's this girl that's found that's like arranged in some sort of like occult way, right? That's how the fucking show starts. They find this girl who's been killed, who's been like arranged in like some.
I don't think Eddie. I think Eddie's underestimating my hatred for the police and authority.
They're not really. They don't feel like police. These two, because and the reason why I say it's so good is because it's not really. It says it's about a murder mystery, but what it's about is it's about the nature of life and death, and it's basically philosophy. It's a really dark show
It
about.
sounds like Supernatural.
It's
which
not
is terrible.
It's not at all. It's not at all. It's about
That's a show I hear a lot of people talk shit to like big up, but it's terrible. Supernatural.
Big up.
It's not. If I think you would love it, Geordie. Like knowing you, I think you would love it.
Here's the thing: I don't like watching TV hardly anymore.
Well, you don't have to watch it on TV, you know.
What do you
just
like
Netflix.
Let's Plays, right?
Yeah, I watch Let's Plays almost 24 hours a day.
Now you say TV, do you mean TV shows or
TV shows, period. Like the only thing I watch that even goes on TV anymore is baseball, and I watch that on a stream illegally.
Do you
know
watch?
why?
Do you watch
You know
film?
why?
Why?
Because
Tell me why.
blackout zones. Fuck blackout zones. You want me to pay $110? At least give me the fucking Atlanta Braves. Because the fact that Fox shows the Braves in my area, the MLB TV is not allowed to broadcast their streams in high definition.
Yeah, they do that.
And so, like, what's the point of me buying MLB TV if I can only watch the Braves when they're on, like, facing the Red Sox or the Mets or, you know, somewhere else where they don't show the game locally?
Oh, so you're not allowed to watch your home games. You're allowed to watch your travel games.
Right. Because your home games are in your network, in your area.
Yeah.
And, like, the area has, like advertisements
Fox or
for
whoever.
this area.
Okay, I understand.
And it's fucked up. It's like, I'm not paying you money, and I want to watch all the games in HD, not just half of them.
That'll all be gone in 10 years. I'd guarantee it.
Yeah,
All that stuff. It's the same here. Like in Britain, obviously the British Premier League is like the biggest sporting network in the world, right? It's the most followed, it's the most subscribed to, it's the most expensive to watch. But they're not allowed to show in Britain 3 o'clock games on television, no matter whether it's satellite, internet, whatever. You're not allowed to show them. And the theory is, they say, so obviously Britain's so small, it would count as one market in America, but like you're not allowed to show 3 o'clock games because the clubs feel that if they did show those, people wouldn't turn up to the stadiums to actually watch the games. They'd watch it in their own home. So you're not actually allowed to watch those on television in
That's
this country.
bullshit. I tell you what needs to happen. What needs to happen is, like, I should be able to buy a Braves package for $10.
Yeah.
I should buy just Braves games and whoever they're playing for $10 a year.
They're doing that now where you can subscribe to only one channel at a time and like pick what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't give a fuck about the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I don't care if your service gives me their games.
But white boy, what station you got that's doing that? Because I heard that like on the radio, like you could choose what station you want.
I'm not sure. I've been hearing about it as well.
We got Comcast and FiOS down here.
I watch my TV on Comcast. We use Kelly's mom's password, and like online you have everything.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good. You got HBO. It's fantastic. And I don't care. Like, I paid 2 internet lines from Comcast. Those motherfuckers are getting paid off of me. I know that. And it goes down. You know what's some bullshit? My internet will go down if someone in my neighborhood switches from AT&T to Comcast and doesn't tell Comcast that they're canceling. So if they have both AT&T and Comcast at the same time, it just fucks up the whole network. And this happened like 4 times.
Do they run it on the same line or something?
It does some. I don't know. It messes with the interwebs.
Well, Comcast isn't a line runner. There's only 2 line runners in the United States. There's Verizon and AT&T. Every internet line in the United States are owned by one of those 2 companies. People like Sprint, T-Mobile, Comcast, all those rent from AT&T and Verizon.
Yeah, we have much the same thing in this country. Like we had a far more socialist government than we do currently now. So there was British Telecom that was state-owned, that laid all the cable and stuff like that. And BT still exists, and it is still state-owned and stuff, but it's run like a private company, whatever. But all the different internet providers compete, and they rent the lines, right?
Sorry.
No,
I don't know if that's so true in Philly, though, Wings.
Well, what happens is...
I think Comcast got that in Philly.
No. What happens is Philadelphia is Verizon. I can guarantee you that, because that's where the main street... Verizon runs the big line. Internet. And then you have your local companies. They'll come in, they'll rent space on that big line, and then they'll pipe off of it, and they'll run it to the houses.
Yeah. So they own, like what he's saying is that Verizon own the infrastructure, but they don't actually provide internet at all.
Like they own the telephone poles.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like they run every bit of line, but they own the big infrastructure. Like they own the big water well, but there's little wells everywhere else pulling off of that big well.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't mean to shit on American internet, but from
it's terrible.
Every American that I've heard is it's a fucking shit show.
It's a terrible.
Depends on where you at.
Yeah, unless you get Google, you're
definitely bad.
Yeah, I've heard FiOS is good, but it's fucking expensive. Very good. But it's fucking expensive.
What's your internet?
I like Comcast. Comcast has been doing me right for a while.
Okay, I'll give you in dollars how much I pay for my internet here. My internet here, I get 100 megabytes down and 15 up, and I pay for the internet specifically the equivalent of $60 a month.
Okay, I get 120 by 25, and I pay like 150 for just the internet.
It's like double the price.
Mm-hmm.
I get 5 by 0.2, and I pay $60 for that, and I get 15 by 2, and I pay $199.99 for that.
Wings, your fucking internet.
It hurts.
It hurts. It hurts me hurting for you.
Yeah, I wish I could let them borrow some internet. Like, I wish you could let people borrow internet.
And like you guys have seen it. You see me like open a link to like a web page, and like my camera start fuzzing out before the show.
Like my mum said to me once, right? My mum got an iPad, and she's obviously got internet at home, which is on Wi-Fi, right? But she got an iPad that doesn't have like 3G or 4G or whatever, so it only has Wi-Fi.
None of them do.
Right? And she went out with her iPad and she phoned me and she was like, Ed, how do I take my Wi-Fi with me? And I had to explain to her that she couldn't, like, she's paying for Wi-Fi, right? She doesn't understand that it's like coming out of the box in her house, and that's where she connects to. She's like, she thinks Wi-Fi is like everywhere. Right, where's my Wi-Fi? Just anywhere.
Yeah,
like, that's not how.
I can't get the signal. I'm downtown.
She can buy a Chevrolet.
I take my Wi-Fi with me. I just thought it was so sweet. You know, just like from a different age. She doesn't know.
What's the best option for that? Like taking your internet on the road, because I just uploaded.
Chevrolet.
Yeah, because I hear
Chevrolet has
3G.
Wi-Fi in the car now.
Now, how does the plan work for?
What you do is you pay $10 a month, and the Chevrolet will actually send internet to all the cars on their network.
Yeah, it's satellite internet.
Could you
Yeah,
stream from
satellite.
it? Or is
Yeah,
it
you.
really-
Well, I don't know if you can stream from. It's satellite, so there's going to be like huge delays, but it's still internet. Like you wouldn't notice if you're like jerking porn or looking up stuff on Google.
Notice
But if
that
you're, I wouldn't game on it.
Yeah, you can't
Every
game on satellite internet.
every major city where Comcast is, they have a Wi-Fi signal that you can log into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You ever
have you ever tried logging into those? There's like hundreds of thousands.
I don't have the code, so I don't really care. I just
hundreds
log
of
into
thousands
mine.
of people
but-
trying to connect to the same network. Like my router can barely handle like 4 IPs, like before it breaks.
I don't know about you, but
fire.
what I do is I take my iPad with me, and if I go and let's say I'm getting my oil change or something, I'll just log into that place's internet. They all offer free Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
Yeah,
but
most
what I
places-
want to do is I want to like go on a road trip and be like live streaming, like around the United States. Maybe
You can do that with a data plan.
Yeah, or use
yeah,
it.
but you only get so much data, and then it's,
Yeah.
What you
use-
get it?
Buy a Chevrolet.
Bring somebody. You could do a Chevrolet, or you could bring somebody that has a grandfathered in dataless plan.
This ties us in very closely to what we wanted to talk about today at the beginning of the show. Is that we now know what car we have to rent when doing our trip.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotta get a Tahoe
Yep,
Smoke
got to get a
weed every
Chevrolet.
day.
or a Cadillac.
So who wants to kick this off?
I want to say something about what White Boy was saying. What Blade was doing like a live stream on not Twitch but on like another channel.
Stream.me.
Yo, that shit was entertaining. I'm sorry.
I love it. It's
I
great.
am sorry. Like he was playing the game. Then he was like, "Yo, I'm about to go outside or something." But I had him like on another tab, and I was like watching Game of Thrones or something. And I heard him say, "Yo, I'm about to go outside or something." So I went to his tab to shut it down, and then I saw him like pick up. I guess his camera was his phone,
Yeah.
like his mobile. I mean, his webcam was the phone, and then he picked it up and then started walking. I said, "What the fuck?" Blade, you're crazy. I said, "You're crazy, motherfucker." Then he walked outside and I'm like, yo, the motherfucker outside. Then he's sitting there talking. Then him and his chick got in the car, drove off, and then they got pulled over. I'm like, yo, this is going to start like some new shit, like
it's
some
a
reality
future.
show shit.
Yeah, that's
They got
what I
pulled
wanna
over. You
do.
get a ticket.
No, he got out. He was drunk though. He was drunk, but he
No,
wasn't driving.
He was drunk. The chick was driving,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
So,
And then
They just can't
Blade was
drive.
like, "Look at say hi to the stream or something." He was like, he was streaming and talking to the officer. It was pretty great.
Put your camera away, sir.
yeah,
But they can't do that in the United States.
Oh,
He was
okay.
black.
But we
Yeah.
have a Patreon.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we do. We launched it like 2 weeks ago. We were supposed to mention it in the beginning of last week's show. We kind of forgot. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking about it, and I'm not sure what to say. Somebody else talk. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I
so
just want to thank the 9 generous people. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
no.
obviously thank you to all the people who have already done it. As you can see on screen, our new overlay has the Patreon logo on it, and it also has our Patreon address. If you go to that Patreon address, you can become a Patreon of the show if you would like to. And we have a variety of goals and rewards set up for you guys. Now, obviously, this is completely voluntary, and if you love the show and you want to contribute and you want to see the things that are on the Patreon happen, 2 of which are one's a road trip where we go, where we get Jive to hunt alligators. That's one thing that's definitely going to happen. And the other one is I'm going to come to the States. I'm going to come to the States for the road trip as well. But earlier on the Patreon goal, I'm going to come to the States and we're going to do one of these episodes live together in a room. Can you believe it? No webcams, actually in a room together and do a podcast show. So if you want to contribute to the show, go over onto our Patreon and consider doing it. I mean, we'd all be very grateful to all the people that want to do it and are grateful to the people who have already done it. So
Yeah, the show's always got to be free, but like we want to rent a H1Z1. Well, I have the H1Z1 server already, but like a DayZ server, other gaming servers, whatever comes out, whatever the next big game is, and if we hit 500 a month, we're gonna rent those servers, and every 2 weeks we're gonna do an event with the Patreon members, some kind of survival death match, some big competition. I tried a few before, like I did the Survivor games. Whoa, Jive.
Jive.
A little...
Little technical difficulties there. What's going on, Jive?
We have lost Jive Turkey here, fellas.
Like the survival games, there was like 30 people. It was like a big free-for-all, and that was really fun because DayZ doesn't have like any game types. It's just like, you know, you spawn in and you can play. But if we organize something where it's a few teams versus a few other teams, I think it'll be really fun. So that's one of our goals, and then we got the road trip.
There's
goals.
one problem with our goals, though, white boy. I think our Patreon says we're going for Mardi Gras, and Mardi Gras and Gator season this season don't line up.
Yeah. Either or, we'll do one. We'll do one of the two. The idea is a road trip across the south.
Just a trip with all of us has got to be the main thing. Yeah. We'll figure it out along the way.
One thing I do want to do when I come over the first time, maybe, because like the first time is like Eddie's going to shoot his first gun and whatever. It's like part of the goals or whatever. Now, because I play CSGO and because I love using the Desert Eagle, I'm going to have to shoot a Desert Eagle.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You don't
what caliber?
Want that to be your first gun.
What caliber?
No training whatsoever. I'm going to fire from the hip sideways.
I don't know. None of us own a Desert Eagle, and like the only way you're going to get one is to go to like a gun store, and they're not going to let you fire from the hip.
I'm not going to fire from the hip.
And like Desert Eagle comes in 3 calibers. There's 357, 44 Magnum, and 50 Action Express.
Well, I'll build up from the smallest and then get hopefully.
Well, you got to have 3 different guns then.
Well, at a gun range, surely we can. This is part of
They're
the trip.
rare. Not many gun places carry them.
Wings, he think it's an attachment.
Yeah. Long barrel, surely. That makes the bullet more powerful, surely.
Well, I played CSGO.
Long barrel would actually add accuracy, but
yeah. Did you? What
I played CSGO and I did a commentary that I did. Well, I did the commentary today. I'm going to upload it between now that we're recording. By the way, one of the benefits of being a Patreon, you get the show early. We record on Tuesday, usually upload on Friday. I'll be sending it out Wednesday to the people, so you get it a few days early. Anyways, I was playing that gun game, Arms Race, to get to level 3 to get into competitive, and I've been doing all right. And I opened some cases. I bought like 8 cases just because I was playing a lot and I wanted to do something different. And I got there's that new red AK. It looks like an aqua thing. I got that, and it's like $80 or something. That was incredible. No, I got a question for you, Eddie. It's not factory new. It's like gently used or whatever.
Minimal wear.
Yeah, if I use that, if I play with it, will it go down?
No, it doesn't degrade.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like whatever grade you get the skin in is what grade the skin is in.
Oh, nice. So I might switch that. I like my cartels.
It's weird from like the skins that have like 3D engraving on them. They don't like the grading doesn't really seem to matter that much on them. It's the ones with the paint jobs that really make a difference. And sometimes it's really weird. Minimal wear looks better than factory new. Like there's just some, and they're not all the same. Just because you get a factory new skin doesn't mean that the other factory new of the same skin will look the same. I mean, the pattern will be the same, the actual skin, but like where it's like worn off in tiny places and stuff, that's not uniform. Like it's different every time. So, I mean, I don't want to talk about cases because I have a bad track record of wasting many dollars opening cases and getting fuck all from them. So the fact that you got that AK that's worth like $80 as a casual CSGO player, and it's triggering me right now. I have to be honest. I'm almost as triggered as I was when I found out about Arkham Knight on PC. So
what's wrong with Arkham Knight?
The port on PC is fucking atrocious.
I was gonna bring that up. I heard it goes from on the 980. It goes from 90 frames per second to 40.
No, it's locked at 30.
It's locked at 30?
It's locked at 30. Unless you change one of the files somewhere.
Yeah.
And it stutters and it's broken. It doesn't work. Like it is broken. The port is broken.
Yeah, because Archive made a couple videos and he was like, "Yo, like this fucking shit is fucked up." Like he said, if it ain't at 30, you know, when you unlock it, I guess.
Yeah.
He says it runs from like 90 and then it drops. It just drops to like,
you know, like
40.
PS4 Ghost drops, like, but worse, right? Like worse than that. Like if you could remember that game on
Like,
PS4.
what does a stutter look like from 90 to 40? Like to me,
Bad.
like most of the games I've played are 29.95 or something like that.
No, it'd be like wings.
It will look like you'll get used to it how it should look, and then when it drops, it will look like a picture book of what you're supposed to see.
It can't be a picture book at 40 frames.
Honestly, the drop is severe. Like it
It's
doesn't
that
just
bad.
drop, it doesn't go 90 to 40. It will quite often go 90 to none to 60 to none.
So it's like a big pause stutter like
yeah,
that.
it's like,
Like a rubber band kind of effect.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
It's equivalent to like DayZ. Like when you run into them big cities and go 2 frames per second.
It
You're
almost
like,
feels
what
like
the
you're
fuck is
stopped.
going on?
Like you ran into a curb or something, and you can't like
Run looking up at the
continue.
sky.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
That's how you get your frames in DayZ.
I
I heard it's running better though.
Yeah, it keeps getting better. This new patch, the loot, there's like guns everywhere, like 10 guns per fire station, like pure PvP.
That's H1Z1. That is. That's a reaction to H1Z1.
I don't think so.
No, the original DayZ had a lot of guns.
Oh, did it?
Survival on H1Z1's doing kind of poorly. I think Battle Royale is the only one thing like really.
Yeah, but I mean like having guns everywhere as a reaction to because people don't play the survival in H1Z1. They only play Battle Royale. Really, I don't know anyone who streams it who's playing the survival. Like Sandy Ravage streams the PvP, and you're just so used to there being guns and there's an actual game to play here, right? Instead of where's the food? It's invisible. Where's anything? It's invisible.
I think the food's still invisible. I don't think so. I haven't played DayZ in a week though.
Me neither.
Survival Sunday.
I quit playing DayZ because my character kept starving to death.
Yeah, they just need to. They'll patch it.
They did fix it.
That was annoying.
Even if food isn't still invisible, you eat like 1 apple and you're good for a long time now. So, yeah, somebody's.
Yo, man, these motherfuckers, man.
Is that police sirens?
We're killing motherfuckers up in Philly.
That is clearly not a cop. I don't know what that is.
That sounds like a cop from England.
That sounds like a fucking bitch screaming.
So what have you guys been doing this fantastic week? It's the first week of summer, right?
I didn't even know. I thought
maybe I don't know.
I thought summer started already.
I think you can tell by my pale visage that I don't go outside that much.
That rectangle in the house goes somewhere?
Okay, who wants to go first?
I ain't do much. I was running. I'm gonna tell you all the same.
I don't know how this motherfucker runs.
Every fucking Tuesday, I was running. Oh, I saw one of my subscribers or whatever. He was on the track that I was running at. He was like, "Hey, Jive," talking
cool.
and stuff. Yeah.
Did you get all homophobic on him? Like, who are you?
Jive is not amused.
I'm not amused. I'm not homophobic. All right. I just believe it from. Anyway,
yeah. Moving on.
Anyway, he didn't want to hug me close or anything. We, fist bump. What's up? And we was just talking about like YouTube and working out and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Like, what's the goal with the running? Like, as a fat motherfucker, running has to have a purpose.
Your endurance, your stamina. It helps you.
I always found the elliptical was always better for me with cardio.
That's pretty cool. You could do the elliptical. It strengthens your legs, but I think running like outside, I think you sweat.
Maybe it's because I'm so fat. Running really fucks my knees, and the elliptical doesn't.
Go on a clay court. Go on a clay track. Trust me, go on a clay track. You're gonna feel like you're on a cloud.
It's cardiovascular stuff, so it's improving your blood flow and how.
So you trying to fuck longer? What you need the cardio for?
Well, fuck longer.
Yeah, you will. It's to do with how efficiently your body.
Well, trust me, I know this because like I've been walking recently, and like I got some pussy the other day, and like
Well, tell me more. Wayne.
Yeah, I'm
Come on.
interested now.
It used to be, I have to take a break in between positions. Oh
See?
no, 15 minutes strong. I need
Oh,
Trigger
yeah.
to win.
15 minutes strong.
Power on
baby.
through, Geordie. Power on through.
Hey, it might seem bad for some people in shape and shit. When you a fat motherfucker like me and you can go 15 minutes strong without losing your breath.
Yo, 15 minutes is good.
Yeah, you're talking
15
like
minutes is good.
I'm talking
People
about
that,
just straight.
people that don't get pussy say that hour shit, and come on, get the fuck out of here.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, like you don't want to fuck for no hour. The girl don't want to fuck for no hour. Like it doesn't even matter if it's
I think if you take an hour, you're not doing your job properly. That's what I think.
I think they're factoring in foreplay when they give those numbers.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Maybe they're counting, when they said hello to the girl.
Yeah, exactly. when I turn like a porn on and a scene is an hour, I'd be like, God damn, like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
but that's not even
start to hurt.
That's not even fair.
Hour.
There's cuts in between those hours.
Yeah,
but still an hour? That's
like they ain't fucking hour. The video's an hour.
Yeah,
it's a girl dancing for like 18 minutes and shit.
And then, because it's American porn, for some reason, the blowjob scene is the longest scene in the movie. This girl's like working this guy's dick for 45 minutes, and then she pops on top. Oh, and there's done. Cum shot. There we go. An hour.
Blowjob is pretty good. Blowjobs are pretty good.
They're not as good as fucking though. Let's be honest.
I don't know. The thing with blowjobs is they're easier to not nut on. And it's just more relaxing because you don't have to like fight coming for most part.
Yeah. In real life, blowjobs, I don't come from blowjobs.
I mean, it's hard to do it. It's hard. You got to really think about it. Even if it's a good one, like even if it's a great one, it's hard to come on them. And it's just pleasurable. It's just like you lay back, you relax, you ain't got to sit there fighting nothing. When you got a good piece of pussy now, oh shit.
It's never been anything other than.
This is my best part of the podcast.
Yeah, you're like, it's never been anything but a warm up to me. It's like I've said this. I swear I've said this exact sentence before. It's just a sideshow. It's not even a sideshow. Yeah. It's like the MC that comes out and warms up the crowd for Public Enemy. That's what a blowjob is.
Can the drummer get wicked?
I see what.
Like everybody on this side, put your hands up real high.
That's what a blowjob is. Fucking is Chuck D coming out and be like,
So
Little John is a blowjob? Just hyping it up?
Yeah, a blowjob is sex is hype man. That's what it is.
Dum, dum, dum.
It's your penis getting red like, we might be fucking today.
Yeah. What did you do with the rest of your week, Jordy?
But I don't want to really talk about sex and all that stuff because it's like a Reddit. Did y'all hear about this Reddit?
I heard about
Reddit this week.
The Kick JIVE off TPS show.
No, I heard about
it's a PKA Reddit.
I heard.
Yeah.
The Reddit I heard about was like they were having a go at you because you said that Woody wasn't a good player, and there's a huge part of me that's just massively entertained by that.
I'm like
it's a whole
wow. But they're talking about other things. They said I talk about sex too much.
How many threesomes have you had this week?
None. I have a threesome in a while.
I was gonna say, are you below par this week?
Yeah, I had about like 10 of them though, like in my life, but I ain't have one in a minute. But anyway, these kids are like killing me, and I'm like, damn, I can't punch none of these kids in the face. That's all I was thinking. Like, what? This is the thing. This is the sweet part. One of them came over to our Reddit and tried to make a subreddit. And JIVE, I'm tired of JIVE. Oh, they shut that shit right down. They said, man, get your dumb ass out of here. This ain't, you just saw the fucking PKA, the PKA whatever. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb ass shit, yo. I loved it.
A lot of it's bandwagon hate. Like I noticed from doing YouTube, if you allow somebody in your comment section to constantly put vile stuff, it will breed onto other people, and they'll make vile comments too. And they feed off each other, and it's a lot like that. And like, here's the thing: you don't have to like everybody. That's the whole thing about life. You don't have to like everybody that you ever meet, and not liking somebody isn't a character trait unless you make it like a character trait, like you're Dylan Roof or something.
But they're not realizing the main thing. The main point is if you guys like me. Like, that's the point. How you guys feel about me. It's not y'all.
I mean,
I'm talking about the haters. You know?
Reddit did make a lot of good points, though.
Like what?
Come
I'm joking.
Come on, lay it on me. Pause. Oh yeah, they said I say pause a lot.
I say it too when you're otherwise disposed. If you're eating or something, I'll say pause.
Right.
Isn't that from the Boondocks?
Something like I don't know. It's Jive's thing.
Yeah. They say it also, but.
So how did this all start? Because you called Woody a bad player? Because I remember something on the last podcast, but I don't remember it clearly. We talked about something.
Talking about cards.
Oh, when Wings was like, Woody's a good player. Woody's, he schools us one-on-one. Y'all remember?
I remember.
And I was like, shit, y'all must be terrible then, this and that.
Wait, that was
like,
it?
why are they that mad? Like...
I might be terrible now to Call of Duty, but back in the day, terrible was not a word I was synonymous with.
No, but that was obviously a joke. Like,
Yeah.
That's like one-on-one in basketball. Like if I Shaq. Nah, Shaq is a great player. Who?
Is Shaq a good player?
Yeah, Shaq is a fucking beast. He's the most dominant player I've ever seen. Like
I always thought he's just really tall and strong, and nobody wanted to fuck with him.
Bingo. He's fucking
yeah, you've pretty much summed up his career then.
Yeah. He honestly was the most dominant player. Like,
can I ask a question before we go on further? Is Shaq out of shape or something? Because I've been seeing him on Facebook trying to ride bikes and shit. Like,
yeah.
He's like 7'1". Like, he's played professional sports his whole life. His legs basically don't work anymore. Like, if you watch any like ex-basketball pro that was like a top player and had a long career, they can't fucking walk. If you watch Charles Barkley walk, like he can't walk, dude.
Like if it's a person that dunks a lot,
yeah,
they be fucked up, man.
Yeah, they can't walk, so they can't stay in shape really.
Every time I see Shaq, I think about his fucking beast of a man that I'd hate to fight.
You couldn't fight him.
That was him.
You couldn't fight him. I mean, couldn't.
He probably can't get in fights because he'd like get, the courts would like try to get him for murder charges or some shit.
No one's starting on Shaq.
Yeah, that was definitely him. Who was the closest? Barkley bitched up. Barkley, like, Shaq did something and was like, all right, get out.
Barkley.
Get out the way. Barkley was like, hit him with the ball. And then Shaq said, pussy, and was about to punch him. Barkley was like, oh, shit. Ducked and tackled him. Yeah.
Was it Sons Barkley or Rockets Barkley?
Sons Barkley. No, Shaq swings at him from like over the top like this, and Barkley gets that. No, Barkley is not like that. He just like
yes, yo, look it up. It up. I know everybody in the chat is looking it up right now. He ducks like a bitch. Not like a bitch. It's a reaction.
I mean, Charles Barkley, what, 6'4"? I mean, like, he's a big dude too.
6'8".
He's 6'8"?
No.
He's totally no 6'8".
He's 6'8".
Eddie. He's probably I swear he's probably listed at 6'7". I promise you, he's 6'4".
Who, Barkley?
I see him standing next to like ESPN commentators, and he's like the same height.
Yo, I promise you, he's not that tall. Like Iverson's listed as like 6 foot. When Iverson comes to me like right here, like I saw him in a club, he fucking smoke weed every day. That motherfucker smelled like a marijuana factory. But
he's
not that tall. They list basketball players as
taller than wrestlers. It's like wrestlers. Wrestlers are like that. They list them taller than they actually are.
Yeah.
How tall is LeBron? He's
6'8". I think he's a legit 6'8".
The biggest man I ever met was a wrestler. His name was Kevin Nash. I've seen him.
I heard of him.
And like he was fucking a gigantic of a man. That was a mountain. Like he literally had to look up.
How tall was he?
He was listed at 6'11".
God damn.
That's tall.
Did I tell y'all I saw the pictures, but we bought because we were talking about like Andre the Giant and shit like last week.
Yeah.
We brought him through the airport when he passed. So
Oh, what, his coffin?
Yeah, his coffin. Oh my goodness! Like I saw the pictures. They were like, he was a big dude, man. He was really a giant. Like I guess he kept growing.
Can you get
Or
custom
something.
made
that
beds?
airport went. How old are you, Jive?
30 plus.
30. Are you at the back end? Because Andre Giant died in like 94, 95.
No, I said I saw pictures.
Oh, I thought you said you brought and like physically carried like.
We as the company.
Oh.
That I work for.
I was like Jive must be pushing 40.
I am.
How old is he? You'll never know.
I tell everybody I'm 47 though. Like,
right.
Like, Jive, you look crazy for your age. Like,
what did you do this week, white boy?
Well, I was doing some lawn work. I've kind of not done any lawn work for the last 2 years, and there's a lot of big weeds growing everywhere. So actually, before the show, I was.
Were you like cutting away to your car?
No, I don't know. There's just weeds everywhere. Like you can't open the fence gates pretty good.
Damn.
It's not just weeds, but it's like old straw and like big.
Is this the front of your house?
Rainforest.
Well, I haven't touched the front yet. There's a lot of weeds out there, but we're at the backyard. So I'm cutting weeds, and I'm cutting by my air conditioner, and I totally cut a cord, and then I immediately hear my air conditioner, like the fan stop working. So I went to a little trip to the store, got some electrical tape, which I looked. If you guys are looking for electrical tape, it's in the vehicle section. It's not in the tape section. It's not in hardware section. It's not by the light bulbs. It's in the fucking It's in the automotive section. I looked for like 20 minutes everywhere. Anyway, so I fixed that. I felt pretty proud of myself. I was doing work, and I fixed that.
What gauge cable did you cut?
Gauge?
Yeah, how thick?
How thick was it?
Not too thick. It was just 2 little ones. You
gotta watch what you put electrical tape on. Like it's not made for certain voltages.
Yeah, we're
like
seeing
you
how
might
it goes.
inadvertently be burning your house down right now.
I mean, we're seeing how it goes.
Bang.
He said, we'll see how it goes. I hope you coded the shit out of this electrical tape.
Yeah, I did a good job. It's all right. I'm pretty sure.
Like electrical tapes for shit like amps, and like like wall sockets at 120.
Hey, white boy, I hope you had one, because it's at least 2 wires.
Yeah,
right?
I did one. I did the white one.
One,
and then
wrap
I did
it
the
up
red
real.
one.
No, yeah, wrap it up real good. Then wrap the.
Hold up. So you actually cut the cord in half.
Yeah.
Like you literally severed it, and then you wired it back together with electrical tape on the outside.
Yeah.
Go back to the fucking store and get you there's these little caps. You'll find them in the light area that you wire them together, and you put the cap over it, and it seals it perfectly, and then electrical tape over that.
Yeah, over it. Yeah.
What kind of caps?
They're little cap. It's a little housing that the wire sits in that goes over it.
You saw them before. They're like some of them
They're usually
are like
red
blue
and yellow.
Or red.
They're usually
I said
red and
blue,
yellow.
yeah, yellow or red.
Could you search something on Amazon and post give me a link, because I'm not really sure.
You saw them before.
I saw them before. Where?
They're shaped like this. I don't know, man. I threw up the rock sign. They're like oval, kind of like.
So I did that. I went to a little kid's birthday party. I filled up some water balloons. We had a water balloon fight. That was all right. You can fill up water balloons for 30 minutes, and the fight lasts like 2 seconds. But that was pretty fun. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to send them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need those.
You definitely.
They're very cheap. You can get a pack of them for like $5.
Please tell me that you didn't do this while it was still technically live.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not.
I didn't ask that question because he usually would probably be dead right now.
Yeah, I was
Use a
kind of
very heavy gauge of electricity.
I mean, I was scared for a little bit. I had my gloves on and I had my little.
Yeah, those gloves are gonna really help you when you get hit with like 600 volts.
It's not 600 volts. They're little.
It's probably more than that.
Isn't it? It's not the volts that kill you; it's the ampage anyway that kills you.
Watts.
Right.
Yo, what kind of gloves did you have on?
Not these, but I have these gloves here. But no, it wasn't these.
Those weren't gonna help you.
You need like big rubber ones.
They had rubber.
Yeah.
No, they had rubber. It was like mechanical.
Yeah,
gloves.
but it's still like cloth, right?
Yeah, this one's cloth, but the other one,
Yeah, cloth.
it wasn't all rubber. There was a little bit rubber. But yeah,
You would have died.
Yeah, I have dirt on it. I was ripping out. Oh, I have a weeping willow tree, and the bark is like, there's like bugs in the bark and stuff, and half the tree's dead.
I don't know. I'm very concerned about White Boy's air conditioner.
My air
I am
conditioner's
too.
gotta be a man. I did a good. I would wire like my RC cars. I would mess
Like
up.
you must have been feeling bad to be able to cut like a big old wire like that in two.
It wasn't.
Maybe
It was a little bit. The wire.
Hold up. No,
bigger
why
than
nobody
this.
ain't asked this question yet?
Maybe a little bit bigger than this.
Why nobody ain't asked this question yet? Why is the wire outside?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, why is it there?
Like most of them run underground.
Why is
Either
the
underground or in the house.
Well, the air conditioner is like right next to the house, and there's like a tube that leads into the house.
Central air.
Yeah, I got central air.
A central
And
air.
it's not like a big like it's not like a plug.
That's even worse.
Yeah, we're talking about a central air conditioner. We're talking about like a
Oh
3-ton
my
air conditioner
God.
drive. Something with a lot of
Yeah, the one
electricity
that's-
running through it.
It's
Oh
not
my
the big cord. It's just a little itty bitty cord.
I know the little cord's got less power running through it, but like, man, dude, you could really get fucked up with an air conditioner. There's a reason they get paid good money to fix those things.
I know, that's why I fixed it. I saved.
It would have made you. It would have made your tongue flap.
So
I
this week,
turned
White
off
Boy
every-
nearly killed himself.
No, I
Burnt down
turned
his house.
everything off. The
I got hit by
switches.
240 one time, and it was by accident when I was working. Tow, and it's like that right there will make the molars in your mouth wiggle.
I don't know what the fuck
don't
you're
fuck-
talking about.
240, like your house is 120 watt. I think it's wattage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some of the square D boxes on heavy duty stuff that be 240. Like refrigerators need a 240, or a stove will need a 240.
Mm-hmm.
You get hit with that, whoo!
All our plugs are 240 here.
Yeah, all England's plugs are 240. Only certain ones in America are.
Yeah, it was just an itty bitty cord. It wasn't very big. Like there's
It's
several
fine.
cords.
You're not dead.
There's several cords leading from the central air thing to the inside of the house.
Maybe it
And
was
that
just the fans pack.
When you
I
got
think
some
that's
extra
what it
money,
was.
call somebody out.
No,
Maybe
they owe me a checkup because I didn't get a checkup last year. I don't know. I don't want them to come in my basement because I have like a care package in front of the door, like my legit prop care package, real size, and I got all this Christmas shit that I have to clean downstairs. I got my Roomba working this week.
What's a
too.
Roomba? What is that?
Like a robot vacuum that.
Yeah, they're just
automatic.
like roams around.
And boom.
Oh, have you got video with the cat on it yet?
No, I tried. I tried that right away when my cat was little.
Did you fuck your cold cat this week? 'Cause you always
Look
touch
at
it.
Jive hating.
Cold
Jive
cat-
is, Jive is mad that White Boy handles the most pussy on the podcast.
Yo,
He gets to handle it live.
that cat a little too like that cat assumes the position when it comes in the room and everything. Like,
No, Cold Cat, he's been bad these last few days. He's been scratching on the doors, waking me up during the night, like getting on me when I'm sleeping and shit.
During the night.
See,
during the
he trying to
evening.
ride you and shit. Yo, White Boy was streaming one time, right? I think he was playing blackjack or something, so I'm in there. And White Boy said, Cold Cat, stop touching me there. Stop licking me there. Cold Cat, stop licking me there. I said, what the fuck is going on right now?
He was
Like,
licking my finger,
like-
I think. Oh, blackjack
he's
update.
licking your butt.
Blackjack update.
I seen you get wiped out the other day.
Not the best week of blackjack.
I've seen many people say we need to have an an intervention or whatever that is.
Okay, so it was my birthday stream, and I was just betting really big. Me and wine and blackjack aren't a really great mix. I think I lost like 1,600, but it was fun. It was really fun. It was really fun until I realized that I was down 1,000, and then it was really bad.
You get that sick feeling?
They just trying
a little
to win
bit,
that shit
but
back.
it's a lot of the casino winning still, or that was at least. And then we streamed yesterday, Monday, and we went from 400 to like 385 in like 5 hours. So it was like up and down. But it was fun. So yeah, I lost once really big, and
I was like, white boys ever throwing rent on the table every hand.
Yeah, I was betting really crazy. I like never do that, and I've kind of learned no more big bets. I'm doing a thing like people, the chat obviously always wants a big bet, and like when I'm a little drunk, I was kind of giving into it. But I think I'll do like a subscriber goal. So if we hit like 25 or 10 subs,
That's just really helped your fucking your Twitch out. I mean, I went in the other day on Call of Duty. I went in Call of Duty. He had like almost 2,000 the other day.
Yeah, Twitch has been really good lately. Blackjack. I mean, people love to watch.
Yeah, your blackjack should be out of the fucking
and
roof.
it's really fun too. People really get into it. And then yeah, Call of Duty. We had 1,500 people. As I rage quitted. I rage quitted because Black Ops 2 just wasn't working with me, and I just didn't feel Call of Duty, and I did like, I feel kind of bad. I was like, okay, guys, I'm done. Bye, and that was kind of it.
That was it. Bye.
That's like my streams.
And I don't like doing that, but I just had to get away. Like I don't like doing things that I don't want to do, and at that time, I just had to be like a bird and fly away from this little setup.
I got a question for Jive here. I call it a Jive stream this week, and he played a hot ass song, and I want to know if he's on it or not.
Which
It's
one?
got like a Biggie Smalls sample in it.
Yeah, that was me rapping.
God, that's the tightest song you got. That shit sound like it should be on radio.
I got some real good songs, man. I got some real good songs.
Because I was sitting there in bed, and the girl was sitting there hanging out with me, and we was like, "Is this Jive? Is this real Jive?" I'm like, "It sound like him."
Yeah, that was me.
How do you release songs? Is it just like once you're done with it, you make a music video, put it on YouTube, and
yeah,
put it on iTunes. It costs like $10, $15 to put it on iTunes.
Oh yeah, I just randomly do that stuff and give them out free. I don't care. I don't care.
That last one, that one I heard, you could get paid for that one, easy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you, Wings.
I mean,
well, Wings give you a compliment.
I'm a connoisseur of rap, and I'm like, that's some good shit right there.
I got some, yeah. Well, I'm sure y'all know I could rap. So.
Do you have another beat? Because I kind of put in the Skype call, like, I kind of want to do a song with everybody.
We gotta we could get Chase Money. He'll probably join us next week. We could get Chase Money to
I wonder what happened to Quake beats.
Make us a beat.
Quake
beats? I remember Quake. He was a PlayStation guy, right?
Yeah, Quake beats was cool as shit.
Yeah, him and what was the he was a big guy. He was a he was like Hawaiian. Texas Dro?
I remember Texas Dro.
Texas Dro was a black guy. I know Texas Dro. I played with him on Xbox. That was a black dude.
Nah. Texas Dro not black. He probably he's hood, but he's not black.
Okay. Why are we talking about like small commentators from 2009?
Quake Beats came up, and then like Texas Dro was like another rapper.
I wonder if anybody like knows who we're
I'm sure.
I remember because like I remember a lot of people, especially early on. Now there's people with 2 million subscribers that you never even hear about. There's like
I see channels every day with 1 million subs that I've never even fucking heard of.
Yeah.
I've been looking at my Twitch stats, and there's like people above me and below me that I have no idea who they are.
They all fucking everybody. They all act real happy.
You streamed today, Wings, on Twitch, and you've been not Fallout, Dead Space, right?
Dead Space, yeah.
That was Dead Space 1 today?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look too bad. It looked like a decent game. I mean, I played Dead Space 3, and I mean, they look like kind of the same. They're on the ship, and I mean, I didn't look at the game too much, but I mean,
Well, the Dead Space 1, you tell the difference between playing the game because it plays like ass compared to the other two.
okay.
But like graphically, it's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
do you
the
have any
only
other
Dead
games
Space
you got to
I've
play?
played.
Because I think I'm gonna try Fallout 3, and I might do Red Dead Redemption again. I think it's the time right now, while these games have been released for E3. I might start playing some of the games that I missed during.
Hey, white boy, did you see that? Well, everybody, did y'all? You ain't see that? That sale, the Steam sale.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about it?
It had Fallout, like
I
the
got it.
whole.
That's why I
Oh,
started
you
streaming
bought it? Okay, yeah. It
But
was-
You talking about the
Fallout-
original Fallout?
Fallout 3. Yeah, no, they were on sale as well. But like
Yeah.
the last week and a bit, I've been streaming Fallout 3. Just because I've never really played like all the DLC. I've never really played it all the way through. I've played like the first 5 hours of it like 20 times. I swear to God. Like I've never got all the way through it. And playing it on PC with some mods and getting it to work, and
Dude, you're playing it with mods.
Is there-
no lighting mods and stuff, like not like equipment mods. Yeah, no like
when
equipment.
people get to the point where they're like doing inventory mods and adding guns and shit like that.
No, I'm not doing
You're
that.
defeating the purpose of the game at that
Yeah,
point.
no, I haven't done. I've only made the lighting better, and I've applied the unofficial patch so it doesn't crash. and stuff.
oh man.
I got a
So-
question. My Fallout 3 won't load at all. New
okay.
Vegas will. Is
Okay,
this
so
a
here's what-
complicated thing?
What
it's-
platform?
PC.
Windows,
It's
yeah.
No, what Windows? What
Windows
platform?
8, I think.
right. So to get it to work on Windows 8 and Windows 7, is Fallout 3 was from the day when they had like Windows Live, like games for Windows Live. So you have to download that to get it to boot at all.
I don't have that.
Well, I don't know how you've got it to work, but it won't boot without that. Mine wouldn't.
You download the fix, the Steam fix.
Well, I use the unofficial patch through Nexus mods. Like the Nexus mod manager is how
I got
do-
Nexus mods.
Okay,
No.
so there's a thing called the unofficial patch, and it's been updated recently. You should download that and apply it. And there's also one called the Windows Live Disabler that you should enable and run, and then it'll run perfectly.
Okay, thank you.
No
I'll
worries.
write that down.
Loads of people have asked me that because I've got
Also, if you change the INI, because the game crashes automatically unless you change the INI from your normal cores to 2-core.
Yeah.
Because the game's designed on a 2-core computer and it won't do anything higher.
Yeah.
And when you have more cores, it really fucks with it.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
an INI?
It's an ND file that pretty much judges different things in the game, like how much RAM your computer can use, how many cores it's going to implement, how the water reflects and stuff.
If you have the unofficial patch, the newest one, you don't have to worry about that. It's inbuilt into it.
All right, so I'm just writing this down. Unofficial patch, and what else do I get?
The Windows Live Disabler.
Windows.
If you want to get technical, xCal does a video that will tell you exactly how to get it run.
Yeah. But that's how I'm not like a PC modder at all, but I got Nexus mods and I installed these mods and stuff and I got it to work. So if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me.
Well, Nexus Mod makes it easy. You just download and just click it on and off in the program.
Yeah.
But the
Nexus
thing
mods
with-
is amazing for like Skyrim and the games that it works for. It's really good.
When I go to Nexus mods, it's like you haven't opened Fallout. Please open Fallout first.
It's because you have to get Fallout to boot for the first time, right? Unless you get Fallout to boot, you know where it comes up with Fallout 3 play options, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Right. So if you don't have Windows Live installed on your computer, when you press play, it will crash.
Mhm.
Right, when you press play. Download Windows Live for Windows or whatever. And then just have that installed. Get it to run once, immediately quit, and then run it through Nexus mods, and then it'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm thinking about starting a Skyrim Legendary here soon on Twitch.
Have you ever played Skyrim before?
Yeah,
All right.
I got a platinum it on Xbox.
Okay.
Why?
No, I'm just saying, like, some of the unofficial DLC that's been made for that game with, like, real voice recorded talent and everything, like, that people have made, some of them are fucking amazing. I would love to see them Let's Played.
I'm thinking about doing a Legendary playthrough though, because everybody else will see Legendary, and like the thing with Legendary is you got to play a wizard. You can't do it melee.
Well, by the end, you can't do it.
You can't do it at the beginning. I mean, like you could probably sneak by in the beginning, but you just can't do it. I mean, you'd have to abuse everything. You'd have to abuse like the vegetable soup. You'd have to abuse like the everything that you can abuse in that game. The shield running, the shield glitching.
So you'd have to be iron daggering it up right from the very first
You'd
forge.
have to. Well, you're gonna have to. You're going to min max your alchemy and your enchantment right out the gate, which is boring as fuck. But everybody always wants to see me beat that game on legendary, and that's usually the game I don't like playing on legendary because it's more of an effort of like
It's just a slog.
it's like I'm walking through mud.
Yeah.
This isn't fun at all.
That would be cool.
I-
Yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch the Skyrim playthrough. Like okay, so I'll go with what I've been doing this last week. So I started streaming Fallout because I didn't want to play COD or a shooter. I just wanted to play a different game on stream and be entertaining. So I created this character called Caitlin that's a guy that's gender confused and is raging against the patriarchy of, the wastes. And I tried to make it like as funny as possible. I tried to role play as this character, like as this like super feminist, sexually confused, gender confused.
He's like, I smell balls.
yeah. So I tried to do this, like my stream loves it for some reason. Like they just my audience loves my sense of humor, so that's great. So I've been doing that. On Saturday, I didn't stream because I had the first screening of my last film, which I did, the documentary, and like there were important politicians there and charities and all that kind of stuff that were in the film and that needed to see it, and it went really well, and we're going to be in the paper and all that kind of shit. So I was really stressed last week, like super stressed, because this is the first time that it's going to be seen by the people it needs to be seen by, and it went way better than I thought it was. So that was really good. That was Saturday, and then since then I've just.
Is there anywhere we can see the film?
It will be made public soon, yeah. So I can.
What's the name of it? You can't say that.
I can't say it yet. Yeah, look. So it's non-fiction. It's a documentary. It's not.
Right.
It's not drama. But yeah, that'll be out soon. So that's good. So I did that, and I've been streaming a lot. So that's what I've been doing last week.
Okay.
Can you tell us what subject matter the film is about?
Yeah, it's about poverty and homelessness and the charities that help those people.
In like England?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah.
See, we're all doing bullshit work. Eddie's doing real work.
The film was made.
I ran around and
the film was made. I finished the film January, I think. So it's been a long time coming up until this point. So
filming's stressful.
It's really stressful. Really stressful.
Even doing the amateur like I do it, it's like you worry about the finished product so much. I know you do it on a higher level than I do, but like when I'm filming, I'm always thinking about the editing.
Yeah.
Like the entire time I'm filming, and it's stressful to keep everything in your head at once.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I was very lucky that when I worked in the industry, I worked as an editor, so that informed how I direct, because I know, like if you're doing a drama project, you have to get the right coverage for the scene. You've got enough shots to edit something together that will look good, or whatever. You got enough of the right dialogue, or enough of the right takes and stuff. When you're filming like documentaries and you've been an editor, you know when you've got the shot and you know when you haven't got it. So that's like one job. And then the next job is like really when you're in an edit, that's where you make the thing. Like that's where you take all these pieces and you construct this thing. And as you say, I actually love editing. I find talking to people publicly and officially much more stressful, because I'll tell you one funny story. Okay, I probably shouldn't say this, but so the mayor of my town came to the screening, right? Mm-hmm. And when the mayor's coming to your town, they send you this press pack, right? So if you're ever going to talk to them or shake their hand or address them publicly, there's rules that you have to fucking abide by to talk to these fucking people. And I couldn't believe this film about like poverty and people who literally don't have a place to go tonight. They're going to be sleeping in a shop's like front cold tonight. In a film about that, you're gonna fucking expect me to like curtsy and do all this ridiculous shit and call you by your like ridiculously over the top 18th century medieval English title. I was like, come on, guys. Like, can I not just say, hey guys, here's the film, this is why we made it, play? Can I not do that? Like, I find that.
Well, you got to make other people feel important.
Oh, fuck other people. But no.
That's the whole. I hate that shit too. It's like I hate when somebody has a superior.
Yeah.
If there's a word I hate in the English language, it's the word superior.
Yeah.
That is the worst one. That's the one we need to take out.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking. So I had to finish the story very quickly. I had to do all this, learn all these rules and shit, and I was just like, I find that really stressful.
What was the most bullshit rule he had?
You had to, like, the first time, whenever you speak, if you're talking to a crowd, obviously I'm in a cinema, so I am talking to a crowd, I'm talking to a group of people, I had to mention them first. So I had to say...
What would happen if you didn't?
I don't know. Like, they'd walk out, or I don't fucking know. Protocol, all these rules that I was like, fuck these people. This is a film about people who can't afford to fucking eat, and you're going to make me call you your royal fucking highness, blow it out your ass.
I could have done it. I would have mentioned it. I'd been like, we made a film, trying to highlight the poverty and the tragedy that our country goes through. But they gave me a press pack, and in this press pack, I was supposed to address this guy first and make sure that all his credentials were down packed, even though he was born into probably money, and he has millions of dollars that was wasted that could be feeding these people in this film on campaign production. And then, he drives a car that, a normal person could probably eat 2 or 3 years off of just because he can. And, he thinks he has real hardship. Everybody welcome our mayor.
Yeah. So what was funny was that, like,
that was his intro.
Like, obviously, like, me and Zoe work together, so like she's one of the producers of the movie, and then there's this other woman that we worked with that's not part of our production company that is our co-producer, and she likes the limelight. I'll put it that way. She likes talking to these people and hanging out with them and stuff. And it's not a criticism, some people just like being around important people. It makes them feel good. So she did the introducing bit because I wouldn't do it. I was so like, listen, if I have to do this, I'm going to say something. I would have done what you did. You just said, Wings. I would have said something. And she just looked at me. She was like, I'll do it. So I just sat at the back in a leather jacket, scowling.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
What makes you superior? What makes you fucking superior?
It's just, I don't even get. It's even worse in England as well with all the fucking medieval royal family bullshit. It's like it's even worse than it is in America. But anyway, that's what I've been doing this week. So
people talk shit about America with guns, but guns are a bad thing. You get a lot of kills. A lot of people kill with guns because they're easy to kill people with.
You get a lot of kills.
Yeah.
They're easy to. People kill people with guns because it's easy.
Yeah.
We all agree with that. It's not because the gun shoots somebody yourself. It's just the easiest form to kill somebody with. But it also it protects you from assholes like that.
I mean, to be honest, they weren't. They weren't.
Yeah, they were
They were what?
assholes.
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, but they're not like trying to come and take shit from you. Like
they do, but you just don't see it. They're not taking shit from you that minute.
Yeah. This moment, they're not doing it.
This moment, you're not taking money out of my pocket, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the mayor was a largely like ceremonial role here, like it's not. I mean, they're a big deal, but they're not. It's not like they have any power. Let's put it that way. They're just like a local dignitary, like a local fucking important person, basically.
I live near Myrtle Beach. In Myrtle Beach, we used to have these parking got toll booth things. Like you park somewhere, you had to put money in to park there for so long.
A meter.
Parking meter.
Yeah.
Last year, they took them out because people got tired of them. Like everybody was complaining about them, and things of that nature. And it did nothing. The city did not crash. It didn't go into like poverty-stricken area. The taxes didn't shoot through the roof. It did nothing. It's like, why were they there in the first place? Where was that money going? It was just pocket money.
Pretty much.
That was all it was.
Whoever works in that little department, they get a little extra bonus money.
And it's like you're over hassling people so you can make money I don't know. I'm very. I just think it's fucked up. America has more empty houses than there are homeless people, and the fact they won't let them live in there because they feel justified. I see this all the time with like the minimum wage thing. You see on Facebook, people like, if McDonald's gets paid $15 an hour, this guy shouldn't have to work 12. And it shows like a picture of a paramedic that's worked like 24-hour shifts or some shit. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
what you do should you give a service to people, and that service, if you work full time, should be enough to pay for a person to live. You shouldn't have to worry about eating if you work 40 hours a week. There's always a saying that it says, not one man can do everything, but every man can do something, and that's basically what they're doing. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm about to go.
How do you feel about the $15 an hour McDonald's thing?
They're doing it right. Do they expect to get $15 an hour? No. It's just like the police. The police throws 15 charges on you, and one or two will stick. You start out at 15, you settle for 11.
Yeah.
You
Because
can't get the number you start with.
that's true. That's exactly true. I'm one of the people who thinks if the company that you work for can afford it, and they clearly can. They clearly can afford $15 an hour for their, hey, they should pay
All
that
the
shit.
employees. I mean, McDonald's, let's use McDonald's for example. I heard the numbers. McDonald's made something like $4.95 billion worth of profit. Profit now, not after they got to buy their hamburger meat, they got to put gas in the trucks.
Yeah, not before costs, yeah.
Profit. This is what they put in their pocket, $4.95 billion. And it would cost something like $440 million to give everybody in McDonald's that works as a McDonald's employee $15 an hour.
Isn't there something with McDonald's?
What does that look like in the real world? It looks like their profit will be 4.3 billion.
But that's bad to stock investors and people who care about numbers like that.
I was going to ask. They're publicly traded, aren't they?
They are a publicly traded company, but look at it this way. You got to look at the greater good. How many stockholders are there? 1,000? 2,000?
Stockholders?
Well,
whatever. People that these guys that invest in this company that want to see that extra $500,000.
I think I'm a McDonald's investor just in my mom's retirement fund.
Yeah, there's many more Americans than you might think.
But regardless, there's more McDonald's employees than there's Americans that benefit from McDonald's making an extra $500 million. I feel like if you gave everybody there, that would increase the economy so much more than putting all the money. Because money isn't money. A lot of people look at money as like this infinite source. It's not. It's finite. And when everybody at the top keeps the money, you can't have people in the money at the bottom. The idea is to distribute it more evenly.
Well, the idea with a publicly traded company like that is that actually the people at the top, you're talking about the CEOs and stuff, they're actually not keeping the money. It's publicly traded, so the stockholders want their dividends, right? They want their investments to return profit to them. So the people that run the company actually have legal agreements that force them to work as hard as possible to get the most profit for those investors. And one of the biggest, in fact, cost to any business is usually staff, right? So the internal, they're legally bound to do this. It's not like a choice. Like a lot of the time it is because they're just evil, selfish motherfuckers. Like I'm not going to deny that. But actually, they have legal requirements on them to maximize.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying here, but let's look at it this way. That wouldn't fall under this, because if they paid their workers this amount of salary, they wouldn't be going against that, because they're still going to try to make the company profitable. They're just not going to be as profitable as they could be, because in the way you're wording it, they should put everybody at minimum wage and never give them a raise, because if they ever gave them a raise, that's money out of their pocket.
Well, they will definitely try and cut costs in other areas, and they'll try and expand their business and stuff like that. I mean, that is the world we live in with major like.
But I'm just saying, they wouldn't be going against that law if they still work to try to make it profitable, but they still had to pay the workers.
But I'm not defending these people, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate. Right. So if the agreement that they signed, right, for their jobs to run these companies is worded very specifically, like you can never not pursue the most profitable option for your shareholders, that is in breach of their own contract to pay those people those wages. Now, like, does it make more economical sense to have many more people, the lower wage people, have more spending power? Yeah, I think we can all see the benefits of every McDonald's employee having more capital to either invest in products that they spend the money on or save it and get mortgages and all that kind of stuff and live and become essentially middle class. That obviously has like huge benefits. But what I don't like I understand the technicalities at the top end of the business, why that's actually very difficult to do. But what I don't like are people's attitudes where they're like, fuck them, they don't deserve it. I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell them what they deserve? What made you such a good fucking judge? I run my own business. Shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody gives a shit about your opinion. Like, I can't stand those people. I'm going to tell other people what they're worth. No, I think that's what they're doing. I think they're saying what they're worth. You can't have a problem with that. Like, I support people like this that want better working conditions and higher pay. Why wouldn't you?
I always go like this. Every man's a variation of yourself. Why are you sticking your nose up at this person? Because they're in a different situation.
Yeah. No one, like you've said it before, Geordie, no one works at McDonald's because they want to, right? Above, like below management. Yeah. Like some people will go to business school and open a franchise and you know, like they want to be managers and stuff. Yeah. But staff, burger flippers, right? Nobody's at that job because that's where they want to be in life. They're doing it. They're doing it because they want to take care of their families. They want to earn some money and they want to do the right thing. Like, the same people that have a go at those people, the same people that are like, ain't nothing for free in America. You got to earn whatever you can. You got to lift yourself up by your bootstraps and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, that's what those guys are trying to do. And then you say, oh well, actually, you can't. Why would you want to be paid better? It makes no sense to me. Anyway.
And they go through a lot of shit. It's not like it's just this easy job. They got to deal with customers, with attitudes.
I've said it before. McDonald's is a harder job than I've ever had. And I was a fucking high-rise melter. I dealt with fucking thousands of dollars an ounce worth of steel. But the fact is, that's more responsibility. Doesn't make it harder. You know, standing on your feet, mopping floors, dealing with customers. That's hard.
Customers, like,
that's hard.
What do you think, white boy? Do you support these people or do you disagree with them? I want to know.
I think that they're going to be robots. No, they're going to be robots eventually if they keep, like, what's next? $15, then $20, then $30. They're going to keep on wanting more, and that's going to... It feels like the minimum wage when I was like starting off in the workforce, when I never got a job, 18 or so, it was like $7.50 or something like that, $8. Now it's like $15, and like what's that doing? Like
it's $7.25 right now.
What's going on with inflation? If there's like if McDonald's workers are getting $15 an hour, what's a dollar really worth? Because like back in the day, like a McDonald's worker would only get $5-10 at maximum. Now if it's 15 for the bare minimum,
dude, McDonald's makes $7.25, white boy.
This $7.25? I mean,
$7.25.
But they're trying to get 15. Isn't that a really big increase?
White boy, these guys make so much money though. Like McDonald's makes so much fucking money.
But
like they can afford.
They're starting to lose money.
They're losing profit.
They're losing profit. Don't get confused. They're losing profit.
I know, but they're not opening new stores. There's less McDonald's for the first year ever. There's less McDonald's stores than the year before, I think.
Do you think that's? I mean, that opens into the wider issue that they are essentially peddlers of shit that will kill you. Right, they're essentially peddlers of their food is terrible for you. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't enjoy a cheeky McDonald's. I do. Like, it's junk food. We like that, but the culture is shifting away from that. Like, they rebranded, so their logo is basically green, right? It's not red and yellow anymore. It kind of is.
It's red and yellow in America still.
Oh, is it? Like all the McDonald's in Britain, right? Their shop front, like the face of the shop, is green with yellow on it.
They call themselves McCafe now, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, around here you see McCafe more than you see the Golden Arches.
Right, okay.
I mean, I agree with wings in a perfect world. Yes, the people at the bottom should get more than the people that,
This
or
is-
like a little bit more even. But we don't live in that world, and
But
there's got to be
thing that bothers me,
consequences. What are the
This is-
consequences of
this is
raising
the main-
that
this is-
minimum wage?
there's no consequences for McDonald's for that company. The consequences come from mom and pop shops that do less volume.
Yeah.
That's where the consequences come from. McDonald's will not get consequences from it because, like, I've owned a small business. I've owned a restaurant, and like, if I had to pay people $15 an hour,
Yeah.
I would have went under the first week.
Yeah, you
If
wouldn't
it
have been
was-
able to do
Yeah,
it.
I
They're
wouldn't
not
have been able
trying
to
to
do
get-
it.
They're not trying to get minimum wage. They're trying to get their wage, higher, not
Right.
minimum wage.
Yeah,
And-
they're
and-
not
and-
trying to hire the national minimum wage.
And like Wings said, they start this whoever started this had a brain. He started high, 15. You know you're not going to get that. They know they're not going to get 15,000 an hour. But if they could get
Knock
11,
a 10 or
10,
11. Yeah.
that's like a win. Like that's great. And McDonald's can pay it. They make that much money.
But what
man.
about Burger King? It's got to go from
They're-
7.25. They're gonna,
They could pay it too.
and then everybody's got to go up to 15.
Yeah,
and then-
No, they don't.
can
No,
pay
they
it.
don't have to. That's the thing, right? So if you're supporting the free market, right? If you're a capitalist, you're a free market capitalist. The fact that Jive, your mic just went weird. The fact that McDonald's pays $15 an hour might make McDonald's jobs become more desirable. Doesn't mean there's going to be more jobs, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that Burger King is going to have to make their wages equal to McDonald's. In fact, they probably won't, right? So the people that can't get jobs at McDonald's because they'll become sought after that for that pool of the workforce, like they don't have to do that.
It would also create a higher standard at McDonald's because there were so many people wanting your job that there's going to be a line of people wanting to replace you.
Yeah, the candidates will be of higher or more responsible quality. There are arguments.
I just
to
want to
say
see what repercussions would happen if this increase of wages happened. I think there are some repercussions.
It
But
would
I'm
be
all for it. Fuck it. More money. Like I think when the economy does good, like everybody starts doing good, and I like that.
I just don't like seeing so much money being funneled to the same people.
Yeah, it'd be nice if a lot of those rich people, like I like what Bill Gates is doing, like giving half of his money or 90. I forgot what it was, 90%.
Man, you should be worried about this, white boy. Like I worry about this because me and you are probably somewhat in the same boat. If what we do right now was to fall straight apart today, me and you go back in at the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
to the workforce. You mean?
Yeah, the ground floor of the workforce. And like, luckily me, I have a pretty good work record. I got a good resume. I looked at my resume like, fuck, this thing's awesome. But it's like, white boy would go in there and be like, I've been doing this for the last thing, and it'd almost be like you have a work lapse, like a gap in your work time.
Luckily, I got a nice bankroll.
Right. But you can't count on that all the
Look
time.
at my
Like,
bank account. No, but I mean, like, I tell you what. Oh, hello. Wow, he's come back smooth.
This is
And his mic's off.
Oh,
You look as good as your mic sounds.
It's still
y'all
fun.
hear me now?
only a
Oh,
black man
oh,
would have
Oh
to
my
work like
God.
that.
No, I agree, Wings. If I mean YouTube kind of fell off, but then I switched to Twitch, and is there gonna be like, can I switch to Periscope? Maybe there'd be a few more switches down the line. But yeah, the run's definitely got to come over at some part, and I do.
It never
have,
has to go over. Don't get confused with that.
No, but I do have a.
Look at The Simpsons.
I think I have.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, right now it's good. I think there's a lot of experience that I've learned. I mean, social media. There's always companies, and there's always got to be social media, at least for a while, unless there's like an EMP that goes off or something. But there are things that I've learned, and this is definitely work, but you just have to pitch it the right way.
Well, I would class like you, everyone in this call actually, as like an entertainer. Ooh.
I guess
That lag
putting
girl?
this suit on, it just, it's a little benefit. Get the pussy thrown at you, they go a better shot.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know. Can I show that on?
Yeah, can we show that?
Because I see
I mean,
a little.
that's like
Yeah,
half
yeah.
naked.
No,
We
look.
can show
I
it.
see the little like.
There's a
Yeah,
little-
outline.
I
there.
think you might have to blur that.
There wasn't no for JJ in that.
There was some for JJ.
There was
there.
for
It was a little flap.
like it's going up into it.
Wasn't
It's nice
any
and
for
swollen.
JJ. There was some for
So
JJ.
you won't have seen that, audience, but Jive showed us an awesome photo. So
Like this girl was ready, son. She was
Yeah.
she was hot to trot.
Them fucking virgins are gonna hate that shit.
He
He talks about sex.
Why
All
you
he does is
lying,
talk
Jive?
about sex. Yeah, right.
Why you
That
lying
was a
about girls
lie.
sending you pictures of their vagina?
That was a lie.
that never happened. Pixar, it didn't happen. Oh wait, it did. Can we
Good
talk?
job. Let me ask you this question. Did you go to like Men's Warehouse and say, I want a purple suit with like white stripes?
No, this a costume, a Halloween costume.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, who buys that suit?
Because I was gonna say you did get it on pretty
Oh.
fast.
Yeah,
You're
oh,
only
I
gone
see.
for a few seconds.
I see.
Bam!
I was
I'm
like-
Can we
fucking
talk about-
Superman?
can we talk-
Superman out that bitch.
Like quickly, can we talk about Obama going on a fucking podcast this week?
I didn't hear anything about this. You guys got to tell me about this.
Okay.
By the way,
I
I will give an invite to Obama if he wants to come on our podcast.
Yeah, by all
Oh, that-
means,
that
Obama,
would
if
be
you, if
fucking
you want to
great.
come on the podcast show, that's great.
There are
He
no
went-
Republicans here.
Yeah, he went on Mark Maron's podcast, which is the WTF podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in the world, one of the very first guys to really make a name and be a star for that. He's a comedian, right? So they have President Obama goes on there because he's a fan, apparently, or whatever. But it's also because he understands engaging with new media is better than going through CSNBC and all those people. So he goes on this podcast and they have like a real frank and open discussion about stuff. There's a little bit of politicking from Obama about like, okay, so these are my policies and da-da-da-da-da and defending himself. But most of the time it's fairly open and honest. And he says the N-word, a racial word, when talking about the frustration of racism still existed.
Did he say ER or
ER.
How did he say it? Like how did it come
He's
up?
talking about like Mark Maron asked him this question about like race relations, and he's talking about Charleston because it's like they recording it 2 days after the shooting in Charleston, you know, with the white supremacist guy, and he's talking about race relations, and he's saying, you know, and he's using it in context in his answer, like, yes, is it no longer socially acceptable to say?
Say it, man. Come
All right.
on, man.
Nigga, come on,
Yeah.
nigga.
It's no longer socially acceptable to just like walk down the street and call someone a nigger, but it's, you know, we're not right there yet. And he said it in conversation like that. And Fox News is going fucking crazy saying like, is he going to say it in his State of the Union address and all this kinds of crazy batshit Fox News bullshit.
You know, Fox hate him.
And I was just like, there's two issues here. One is, it's amazing to me that a sitting president of the United States went on a podcast, right? That's number one. I mean, he's been on TV shows as well, but like going on a podcast, I mean, that's different. We've never seen that before.
Podcasts aren't as scripted as like The View.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So going
yeah,
on like,
exactly.
and he went to Mark Maron records his podcast in his fucking garage in his home. So they went there like with all the fucking, you know, special forces and all the security and everything, and turned his house into like this lockdown area for like a week before he came there. And like they flew him in by chopper, like in the middle of the street, and then he just walks down this like they made like a hallway that he walked down so he couldn't be shot and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, that's crazy, first of all, to be a podcaster and have that happen. But also like, yeah, I mean,
he's probably like the best guy in the neighborhood. Like,
Yeah.
the shit.
yeah.
Homeowners Association giving fines left and right.
It's just like, I think he's in Pasadena, I think, in California. That's where he is. And so, yeah, there's that issue. And then there's just the idea that the president is that open to sit down with a guy and have a conversation with an hour about loads of different stuff and be like really open and honest. And there's one part of the show where he's like, it's like, you don't strike me as the kind of person that like really like gets angry and stuff like that, but come on. These like Congress and all the shit you've had to deal with, come on, there's got to have been one moment where you were just close to losing your shit. And Obama answers him like totally honestly, and he's like, you know what? After Sandy Hook, that's the closest I came to being like truly fucking disgusted with the people, and they just didn't want to do anything because that. And he openly says shit like the NRA are in their fucking pockets. He doesn't say fucking, but he says the NRA are in their pockets and they won't do anything. And that's the closest I came to being genuinely disgusted. And I was like, fucking hell, this is the president dishing the dirt, man. This is amazing.
I want to put it out here like this, and this might sound a little racist, but the reason Fox News hates Obama is he's a real nigga.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, he
with the A, right? He a real nigga.
I mean, he comes at you legit. Like he's not there putting a face on. He's a person. He's likable. You know, he's actually there to get stuff done. And like they try to discredit him all the time. I remember when George fucking Bush was in the White House. Facebook never made George Bush just fucking retarded. Like you didn't see that left and right. But I've heard everything that people lie about Obama come on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
People like to say it's not about race, right? His critics and conservatives, you know, of a certain ilk, members of the Tea Party, that group of people, they like to say it's not about race. It is. It is. No president has ever been interrupted in their speech before, ever, right?
Well, Bush got shoes thrown at him.
Yeah, but that's in a foreign country, not to his
beast.
not to his own like fucking Congress. Like that is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like it was just amazing to me. And then Fox News like inventing a controversy about this. Fox fucking News, right? Making it a scandal for a black man to say nigger. Like what the fuck is where are their heads at, man? Like who are these people?
They haven't listened to rap in 30 years.
Listen, honestly, who the fuck would get mad over delivering that type of speech, even if a white guy said that? Like he was talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Like why would if a black guy get mad at a white guy saying it's not cool to walk down the street and say nigger? Like you're retarded. Like why would you get mad at that?
Yeah, it's context. Yeah.
I think what it is the title or the headline is very catchy, but then you listen to the president speak.
I think what it is Fox News is a fan base. It's like 80.
Right.
I mean, like they're on dialysis machines. They come from a different era.
I think there's a lot of 40, maybe mid-30 plus white men that watch Fox News as well. I think there's a huge, like, especially in the
You haven't seen the polls, have you?
I think they're older. I think they're older.
Like 70% of their demographic is over 65.
Yeah, I think they're older.
Like that's from their polls. 75% of Fox News viewers are over 65 years old.
That's her.
Hey,
is that a Blasian?
She's half Asian and white.
Oh, I thought that was
and white.
Blasian, black and Asian.
Yeah, I think she got some black. Like her white parent, one of her white parents are mixed with black and white.
You sure it ain't Latin? Because she like from her ass pic, I thought it was a Latin girl.
I thought she was too when I met her, but
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Sorry for lying again.
I just thought it was funny that Fox News did that. Like, I don't know.
They also tried to make the shooting in South Carolina as a religious thing and not a race thing.
Oh yeah, it was a war against Christians, not against black people.
Right, like the guy who's has like a Social Sons of Confederates on his car, and it's funny as fucking shit that the racist drives a Hyundai. I'm not gonna put that out there right there.
Right. Yeah. That's probably all he could afford, like at the auction or whatever. Though.
Yeah, but
he probably was like, "Fuck, I gotta ride this shit." That probably made him even more angry.
Yeah,
he does have. I have to say that guy talking about the Charleston shooting. Let's just quickly brush over it or talk about it. I don't know what you guys want to do, but that guy, like, if I saw that motherfucker walking down the street, or if I saw him in my church with that fucking haircut,
that bowl, baby,
you are getting fucking escorted off the property. That is where is the tower, where is the gun?
Well, he's going to live for that, Eddie. Like he's made the bowl cut famous. Like it's the serial killer haircut of choice.
That was an authentic bowl, though.
It's.
I had a bowl when I was 5.
Haircut.
What is it about the haircut that it's so even? I think that's what kind of freaks me out. That it, like, when I see
what is
bangs,
it that a 21-year-old still has a bowl cut? Like, seriously, that tells you right there he's not socially like inept.
Yeah. Just cut the sides off. Yeah, just.
I love your white guy voice, dude. It's amazing.
make it all even. He looked like fucking Mo, like a fucking
He did.
Mo.
Looked like Mo really pissed off.
Yo,
Like Curly just ate all the Twinkies and shit.
what other president you think could pull something like that off? Go to a podcast, you know?
I reckon Bill Clinton. If
Yeah.
podcasts had existed then, he'd have gone to a podcast, and he'd have gone to Aisha Taylor's podcast because I know he likes black women. He'd have been all up in that shit.
I definitely could picture Bill Clinton.
I think George Washington would have been cool.
You reckon he'd have done a podcast?
Yeah, he wasn't very like super a politician, right? At first, he was just trying. Like,
All the normal guys were deists, so they weren't very religious. So I thought all those guys were cool, like James Madison and people like that.
Yeah, they would have done it.
I don't know much about George Washington.
Did you know there
I know
was
he cut a cherry tree down.
there was a president
Yeah, exactly.
that was only president for 3 weeks, or something like that?
Wasn't that God, who was that?
I did a like so we
Cleveland? Wasn't it Cleveland?
That sounds familiar because I had to do a report on this in the 4th grade, and we had to pick
Grover Cleveland?
president names. That sounds Rover. I don't know.
Yeah, Grover Cleveland, yeah.
We had to pick names out of a hat or something, and I picked him, and it was like, yes, I got the easiest fucking one.
Why was he only president for 3 weeks? Did he get assassinated or something?
Yeah.
No, he had he got pneumonia from the inauguration. I can't say that word.
Oh, really? What? And then he just died. Wow.
Yeah. That was him.
Man, that's
And they still make you do a report on him? Like, what is like a headline?
Well, I kind of did the past. More
Old
than-
guy dies from getting a cold. There you
Was
go.
it William Henry Harrison?
Maybe that sounds good too.
President
They all sound like that.
Harrison dies after 1 month in office.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad.
That was him.
That's
So-
sad.
Yeah,
Unless
in tying with the Charleston shooting, this raises issues that I know Geordie will have a lot to say. And this is about the Confederate flag still flying. What do you feel about it now? And what does this change how you felt about it? I shouldn't imagine it would, but
You're asking me personally?
yeah.
Okay.
How it what
This
does
is
that
this is not a new issue in South Carolina, and this issue in South Carolina. Oh shit! Give me a second. The ball game just came on. This is not a new issue in South Carolina. Back in the day, we had a couple more race issues, and they came up with the Confederate flag before. And living in South Carolina, I will tell you that it's a stupid fucking argument. People want to go ahead and try to tell you the sweet side of it, that it stands for history, it stands for heritage, it stands for, honoring the people that died in the Civil War. And I don't accept that answer. The reason I don't accept that answer is the people that fought for South Carolina in the Civil War fought for the Confederate side, obviously. And those were people that fought against America. And, you'll have people bullshitting you that it was economics, like they wanted cotton and shit like that. The North wanted the South's cotton. But really, it was they were fighting against slavery.
Mhm.
If you want to go down to the brass fucking tacks of it, the South wanted to keep slaves, the North wanted to set them free, and the South didn't like it, so they rebelled against it. That's what the Civil War was mainly about. Yes, there are other reasons that it existed, and that flag was a symbol of the new union that created to safeguard the use of slaves in everyday life. So to be a black man in South Carolina, to drive down General Lee Boulevard, to drive down Stonewall Jackson Boulevard, street names named after Confederate generals designed to enslave them, while the capital of your state flies a flag that praises them, while you have people that own slaves and beat black men to death in statue form standing on public property, and you want to tell me it's Southern heritage. Just like the Nazis were fucking lost World War II and they were disbanded, the swastika was a symbol of peace. But the fact is, times changed and the meaning of the symbol changed, and it shouldn't exist. You shouldn't fly those colors. Germany will never fly the swastika again, so why are we flying the fucking stars and bars on the top of a stationed building? And what's even more funny about it is they're using the United States rights as a justification to fly their fucking stupid racist flag. a flag that was designed to rebel against the United States rights.
I love this podcast. Yo. I fucking love this
It's stupid.
podcast.
It's just if you don't think you're a bigot, you're a subliminal bigot if you think that flag should be there.
Yeah, you're clearly racist if you fucking support the Confederate flag. Period. Like all racist people throw it in your face. It's obvious there's something fucking wrong with the flag. I will punch somebody dead in their fucking face. I see them with that flag in their hand. Period.
It's the first thing you think about.
We really don't have, like, in Europe, apart from, like you say, you draw the comparison with the Nazi symbol. Actually, the truth, many people misunderstand the swastika. The swastika is actually an inverted symbol from Buddhist texts. It's the same symbol but flipped geometrically, so it's the opposite. How ironic is that? I mean, you can't get more ironic than that. But the swastika is not actually the Buddhist symbol, right? Everyone gets that confused. The Buddhist one is the reverse, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't have that equivalent as the Confederate flag. Like, we just don't have it. And it does feel weird, like, seeing, like, as an outsider, I'm always like, what I know about the American Civil War was that it was the North trying to free the slaves, and the South didn't want that, and that's their flag, so it's a bad flag. Like, just as a layman, right, who knows nothing, like, that flag means to me racism, right? And I think that's what it means to a lot of people. And the idea that it somehow means something else, and it's not about racism, it's about heritage. Yeah, okay, it's about your heritage. A racist heritage, right? So no matter which way you cut the fucking pie, it's racism pie.
Cut the pie!
Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand why it's still flying. Like,
I feel like a lot of stupid things that humans do are just because we've done it in the past, and that's how it's been that way. But we didn't have the internet, we didn't have medicine like we do today. Can you guys just get the fuck over the past, and like it's the new millennium? Can we go?
A lot of that whiteboard has to do. We keep voting in the same motherfuckers. Like, look who two of the presidential candidates are coming up: Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton. Those two families right there have controlled the presidency for 20 years.
The dynasty, baby.
Yeah, that is true.
However, one of those families isn't based on. Like, are the Bushes actually a Southern family?
Yes, there's Texas.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You know, taken back to that age, they would have been racist. Let's just, not lie about that. But the Clintons are Northerners, right? They're new money, though, aren't they?
Clintons are Southern too. They're Arkansas.
All right. What are Dixiecrats? Someone explain what a Dixiecrat is to me.
Dixiecrats, like right around the borderline of the Mason-Dixon line, which is like Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia.
Yeah, and they're Democrats from that region.
Right, where you have a lot of Southern things, like you like guns and you like things like that. You have different stances.
Right. Oh, right. So you're different from normal Democrats because you're in the South.
Take some Republican stance, yeah.
Right, but you're still a Democrat.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Dixiecrat.
Yeah, I've never heard that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I never really paid it any mind either.
It's fucking stupid. I mean, like, my personal opinion, I know politics are fucking boring to a lot of people that listen to this podcast. Vote Bernie Sanders. Don't vote. If you want to vote Democrat, vote Bernie Sanders. Go look at him up. Look on YouTube. He is who we need in this country right now.
And that's crazy
because
I bet you everybody that you just said that to is like, Bernie Sanders, like, who's that?
Who the fuck is that?
He's the second card on the Democrat Party right now.
Sound like a wide receiver for the Bengals.
He's a socialist Democrat.
Bernie Sanders.
Not confused with General Sanders, right? Who is part of the Southern Kentucky Fried Chicken family.
We better vote his ass in fast because he about to die.
He's
not John McCain age.
Bernie old as, yeah, John McCain was old as shit.
He don't look like he's one stroke away from a good.
What do you think it would take for the Confederate flag to be banned?
It's
actually,
not
that's the point. Do you ban it? Do you ban people, individuals from flying it, but it's taken off state buildings? Because I think if you ban it for people, you attach special meaning to it, and it becomes a rebel flag again. Whereas if you just say take it off the state,
it is a rebel flag, no matter how you put that shit.
No, because it's on state buildings, so it's not rebel. It's actually part of the state in those areas. So if you just take it off state buildings, you can't ban people from wearing it. Like
It's a rebel flag. If I see you with a fucking Confederate flag, we got a problem. Period. Wings.
Yeah, wings.
I said wings.
Wings dropped. It looks like it has the dots going.
Yeah.
I think that, like, just like a swastika, it's not acceptable for people to wear it. It would just be like a social thing, but it would definitely start by taking it off of a state building. So it's like the South Carolina state flag.
See, people don't understand the swastika goes with the colors also. It's like a color scheme. Yeah, like it's a
red, white, and black.
Yeah. Like, cause it's like the Buddhists and he's back. Well, trying.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
my connection's been up and down all day.
That's good now. So it's the South Carolina state flag? The Confederate
The
flag?
Mississippi flag.
I don't think it's their flag, but like that's like something that they just represent. Like
we flew it right under the American flag.
Yo, didn't somebody get in there and write Black Lives Matter or something?
No, somebody shot the flag down with a rifle.
No, I saw like down there, your downtown or whatever. It's like a statue.
There's a statue. There's a southern statue that says Black Lives Matter, like from a general.
Spray painted it. Yeah. Okay.
Here's Mississippi's flag right now.
From what general? Which general said that? Holy shit!
Wow. Wow.
There'll be black athletes representing Mississippi that have to wear that.
Right.
Nah.
You don't think that's subliminal? Come on now. That's old bigots letting you know who's in charge.
I don't. What athlete will have to wear that? Athlete.
Like state championships and stuff, surely.
Mississippi, they'll bring that flag out on the field with the Mississippi football teams and stuff.
Oh, they do. The Mississippi college does that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Idiot.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy that's what year is it? It's 2015.
It's terrible. Like the South is a terrible place, and I'd like to highlight a large portion of this old hatred. It extends from religion.
Now, do you think Obama saying the N-word is going to change anything with religion or not racism at all?
I think it's going to make Fox News headlines. It's going to make 70-year-olds upset. I don't think anybody with a head on them will actually give a fuck. I got more respect for Obama because he said nigga. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
So do I.
I mean, like, it made him more human to me.
Yeah, it made him more rational. Yeah. It made him more chocolate Jesus. That I wish he was more of the time. And that's what people, Bill Maher said about him, chocolate Jesus. Like that's what white liberals want Obama to be, chocolate Jesus, right?
I wish Obama got on the podcast and dropped a rap. I don't give a shit.
Obama seems to be doing really good these last 2 years. He get
on stage and dance and shit.
Like without him running and having to worry about campaigning and having a good image, so he gets reelected. Seems like he's been actually doing some kind of work.
He can't get reelected no more, so he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's doing what he wants now. He's like, fuck it. Fuck you people.
I saw numbers. I don't really look into this stuff, but I saw numbers of the economy going up and stuff like that, but nobody talks about that.
No.
That's because it's not white. It's not a white man ain't doing it.
Yeah. He's taken unemployment down from like 10% to 5.5 or something.
Yeah.
He's had like
that's bullshit to begin with. No, come on. You can't believe those stats.
He says some of the stuff that he's done. And I'm like, it's not nothing.
Yeah. Do you honestly think unemployment is even 10%?
Oh, no.
The unemployment's like 40%.
Say that again?
Unemployment's like 40%.
Oh, okay.
40%?
Yeah.
40% of Americans aren't employed?
Right. Because if you look at it, they don't count people not trying to get a job. They don't count housewives. They don't count people that they only count people that get unemployment benefits.
You're talking about people who are looking for work.
Right. Yeah. Only 10% of the people that are looking for work can't find work. They're not counting people that don't want to work, that are living on the system, that maybe
Oh, they
are
do
like
count
a
people
house.
living on the system. They do. They count people who are
When
taking
I
state.
say living on the system, I'm talking about disability.
Yeah, they'll count that.
They
They'll
won't
count.
count disability because
They
they're
can't.
not
They can't.
capable of work.
They still
they-
count. No, well, at least they do here. They do count those people.
Oh,
they
yeah.
count them in the
They
statistics.
can't count disability.
There's fuck all of them, by the way, of those people that are actually medically signed off from work and receive full state benefit, especially in this country. There's actually, it like compared to the 65 million people that live in Britain, it's like at most people are estimating that it's like just over 100,000 people. And I'm like, what? You're talking about people that are paralyzed? Why are you giving these people shit? Like, you know.
Yeah, right?
Come on, man. Like, what the fuck?
It's probably a little bit
You
more
want them to
severe
work
number
at
in
the
America
settlements? Is that what you want?
because obesity is considered a disability, but it's still not a very big number of people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even then, it's like I know a lot of motherfuckers that won't work, that can't get it, and they're not counted because they can't get benefits because they never worked before. Like unless you can file benefits or you've earned like unemployment benefits, you're not counted in that number.
Mm.
So that number right there is bullshit to begin with.
That's
Yeah, I suppose
crazy.
you can prove anything with statistics that you want.
I mean that is a white person number.
That's a white people number. Like
That is what it is. It's a white person number.
I ain't say it.
Don't worry, Jive's gonna get the blame for it.
No,
I
you
wonder-
know I am.
I wonder how far. What's the crazy guy with the fucking shit toupee? What's his name? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
I wonder how far he's gonna get. It's
Same
like,
place he got last year.
You
Last time
reckon?
he tried.
Yes,
He
my
got
vote.
he got the first electoral and he got kicked off.
I would vote for him.
He ran last time.
I didn't vote for him. Nobody last time.
You would vote for Donald Trump, seriously?
I think I would.
A
Why?
Republican
He's one
that's
of
what
us.
broke 16 sometimes.
That's like saying Bill O'Reilly is one of us. He's not.
I
He
feel
sells.
like-
That's what he sells. He's not. He's not.
No, I don't know.
I like
don't know if I'm
when
gonna
people
vote
get
for
on these rich
anybody.
people shows and they want to talk about increasing taxes and the rich people go crazy
Yeah.
because they know they're going to increase the taxes on them.
I would like to see just a regular person.
I just want to see a I just want to see a motherfucker go to Bill Riley like, look here, Bill. I know you're upset at me because you're going to have to pay some more money that you feel like you earned, but I'd rather tax your ass and you not get an extra BMW or tax Mary Ann over here who might need to buy milk for her new baby.
Right.
You know,
But why doesn't it work that way? Like we keep on
Because
saying
rich people are in
solutions.
charge.
It's America, baby.
Because
Rich people are in charge.
Here's the thing. If you know that Amazon and Google and loads of the biggest companies in America and the world, they basically evade tax, right? They evade paying their like corporate tax and all that kind of stuff. They find loopholes. They get out, and that's part of the reason why their profits are so high, because they can just they get subsidies and they can jiggle the financial system to their benefit, and they can end up not paying any tax, which goes to their shareholders and all this kind of stuff. There's massive holes in the people that earn the most not paying the tax that they should, and an accountant's entire job, right? If you're self-employed, I'm self-employed, I have an accountant. His job is to make sure that I pay as little tax as possible. That's what he thinks, right? His job is to get me the best deal, to get me to keep more of my money than pay it to whatever, right? Now, imagine that's on an individual scale. Now, imagine that on an industrial scale. So you're talking about what would essentially be trillions worth of dollars of tax revenue that's just being avoided, right? And that's why that's why business leaders, when anyone reasonable says, well, we have to kind of either close those holes or up the tax, people go, you're anti-business, right? So you're anti-job creators and all this bullshit that they say, right? You're anti-wealth, you're anti-aspirational, you're anti-American. Well, they'll say that in America, you're anti-American. They'll say you're anti-business over here. But really what it is just like you just want people to pay tax, because otherwise you have a massive budget deficit that you cannot plug unless people pay their tax. And that's the world we live in. Welcome. It's a shitty place. No one wants to pay what they owe. Yeah, it's a shit. But that's essentially it. Nobody wants to pay tax. And whenever you mention, especially in America, whenever you mention raising taxes, people just fucking lose their mind and they think the government's coming to invade and steal their children. So they buy assault rifles and automatic weapons and hide out in the hills of Colorado. I don't know.
Well, Colt recently went out of business.
Who did?
Colt Firearms.
Really?
Yeah.
They went out of business.
Went out of business. Bankruptcy.
What happened to the name Colt now?
Yeah,
Like somebody buys it.
Yeah, somebody buys the intellectual property.
Same thing that happens to every other company that you probably still say you like. Be like, man, this company's still around. No, they're under like their fourth owner.
I was looking at E3's releases, and I was looking at Homefront 2, and there's some new person, like, it's still
THQ went out of business.
I know, they went out of business, and then somebody else bought them and went out of business, but they're still making that game. Somebody's making it. So there's hope.
It's like, you know Land Rover?
Okay, game.
Mm-hmm.
You know Land Rovers? Well, they were originally made by a company called Rover, right, which were a British car company. And when they started going through, they were bought up by a giant British corporation called British Leyland. And when that super conglomerate disbanded and went under, loads of British car names and makes of cars were bought by other people. BMW owned Land Rover and make them and sell on that name. The same with the Mini. You'll think Land Rovers and Minis are British cars. They are, because they're still made here.
Land Rover's owned by Tata.
Yeah, they bought it from BMW recently or whatever. Like names like that move and shift.
Yeah, because the Land Rover's Indian now. Same with the Jaguar and the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, but they're still built in England, so essentially they're still British cars, but the owners of the company have changed.
Who remembers? Didn't Ford make Jaguar for like a year or something?
Ford owned Jaguar for a tiny amount. Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, that's when Jaguars like went down. Like
yeah.
Ford
Jaguar was a big deal back in the day. I remember.
Jaguar sucks now too, dude. Like Tata Motors don't know what the fuck they doing. They make their money because they make really crappy trucks that people can own very cheaply in like Indian countries.
They got Jaguar and they got two like high end cars too. They
Land
got
Rovers are sick.
Jaguar and Rovers.
They are sick.
I see so many Land Rovers in my little suburb neighborhood.
I mean, they're terrible for the environment, but there's just something so cool about them. They're like a tank. They're the closest thing. They're the closest car you can own that's like a tank.
Hummer would be.
Hummer literally is a tank.
You can't own a Hummer in Britain. You actually
you can in America.
You can own one privately, but you
can't own an H2.
Sorry.
You can't own an H2.
You can own a Hummer because I've seen the British guys drive one.
No, you can own them, and you can drive them privately, but you can't drive them on public roads because they're too heavy and too wide.
What is your roads made for? Don't you use asphalt?
Dude, our civilization's like 2,000 years old. We've got the smallest roads in the world.
Y'all cars.
I remember seeing Jeremy Clarkson drive a H2 on Top Gear.
They might get special
on public roads.
No, they might get special permission for like filming, but you're not allowed to do it as a general practice.
I just don't. It's not that heavy of a truck. It's like 5,000 pounds. It's not like a dump truck.
Like I think it also breaks like several European laws about emission levels and CO2 levels.
That might be reasonable, but like the weight can't be a problem because I know you got to have some type of like semi truck to carry goods over there.
Yeah, of course we do. I don't know. I'm just sort of making it up, but I know that you're not really. You can't drive them on public roads unless you get special permission and shit. They're too big. They are actually too big. They're massive. They are tanks. Actually, I'll take that back. They're tanks.
You've never seen 3,500 trucks, have you?
No.
Like a 3,500 truck is way bigger than an H2.
Like you mean a 3,500.
Like a dually with like the 4 wheels on the back and the 2 wheels on the front. Full size crew cab.
Big cab, yeah.
Yeah. Those are huge. Like those could barely fit on the roads in America.
Yeah, they're real big. Remember
Who needs a vehicle like that? I mean, who?
Shaq had one.
Shaq.
Yeah. Shaq had like a custom one.
Remember Ocho Cinco had a semi-truck? He had a custom semi-truck front?
I think he was like copying off Shaq.
Yeah. Pastor Troy needs one.
Pastor Troy, the rapper?
Yeah, he got to ride big in his song.
Yo, Pastor Troy. Wow. I liked one of his songs. I can't remember what the name of it was.
I always like the Riding Big song.
It's like, all right, this is the video. You might remember. I don't know what the name of the song was. He was like falling from the sky, rapping. And he had like, he wears like a belt. Like a wrestling belt or something. Hold on, let me look him up. passive.
How are we
troll.
doing for time, White Boy?
We are on 2 hours and 4 minutes. A pretty
We'll
long
do
show.
some things.
Yeah.
Let's read some Patrons. Let's read some iTunes.
All right. We usually read iTunes reviews, which we will, but we got both on.
Let's do more Patrons and less iTunes.
All right, we did get a Wings had an ID in his Twitch chat, and someone came to me as well that we should review the people who give us their patronage. I don't know, patronage.
Patronage.
I'm
Patreonage. Our word would be patreonage.
All right, so if you are a Patreon, you can post on our page. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. The link will be down below for the Patreon page.
We're still new to this.
Yeah, we're still working it out. But we did have Joseph Cooper with a nice, elegant picture, I'm assuming of himself. Maybe. I don't know who this guy is, but he says, wow, the best $5 you will ever spend. Fact. And I agree.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you so much, man.
That's Joseph Cooper. That was 3 hours ago, so that was pretty fresh. Let's see. It's cool being one out of the 7 Patreons for the show. It says Shane. There's 9 now, and that was 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So we must have got 2 in between there. And then we have one more. He says, I wonder how the host would react to the top mermaid question. Top half mermaid or bottom half mermaid stuck on an island. You guys may be familiar with this question from Painkiller already.
You got to go top half girl, bottom half mermaid. I mean, I know blowjobs don't feel as good, but you got to at least have companionships.
This goes back to the blowjob. Does it all boil down to a blowjob?
It goes blowjob or pussy, but like companionship has to factor in there too.
Yeah, I don't want a fish head and shit.
Like they can't talk to you, and like you could actually have her look for clams for you and shit, and get fish, and you can at least make out with her.
But imagine a fish with a nice fat ass.
Now, what if it was just the head? It wasn't a fish head, but it was a human head. But the bottom, like the middle, would be fish, and then the bottom would be...
No.
That's scary, actually.
Yeah, that was creepy.
If it was top half fish, it would have to be underwater. So if you wanted to fuck it, you would have to be underwater.
Or you had to be at the beach and surf.
I want the bitch face down anyway, so doesn't even matter.
You get salt in your dick and shit.
So I'm gonna say that top half fish is gonna have a fish's brain and not understand what the fuck is going on.
And a fish's teeth.
Fuck that shit.
And it's a human-sized fish, so those shit, that's scary as... I don't like big fish.
No, fuck that. Top half girl.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Definitely. That's an easy question, though.
I think the question we have for guests is much better.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Buck Angel?
Oh, yeah.
Buck Angel or Bailey J.
Eddie, they said you look like Buck Angel. that was one of the... I loved that comment. I think I thumbed it up.
We need to get another guest here.
Yeah, we will next week.
Yeah, it's...
Damn, I just made a
episodes.
fucking promise.
One of these next weeks, at least.
Well, we got guests lined up. We just didn't want to bring a guest on and then pimp a Patreon at the same time to make them feel awkward.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
There while we sold our shit.
Yeah, here's the thing. Last week, we were supposed to talk about the Patreon. But I had a guest lined up, but we was like, nah, because we're going to be talking about the Patreon. So let's not have him, come through. And then we forgot somehow, because when we just start talking shit, we just go on.
We almost did it this week.
We didn't even talk. Yeah. And then this week, we got it out the way. So we'll have some guests for you guys.
I almost think that we
forgot to talk about Call of Duty altogether. And that's what the first thing we planned on talking about this week.
Definitely. Yeah. That's kind of a good thing, man. We roll right through.
That's how you can tell, it's a good podcast. Conversation comes very easily. It's not difficult at all.
And we don't have anybody like, oh no, hey guys, we supposed to be talking about get the fuck out of here. We just rolling.
Don't
That
get on
subreddit
Reddit
is
now,
growing right now as soon as you say that.
Yeah, that's a new Reddit.
The one thing I like about this podcast is that you can talk shit about anybody you fucking want because none of us give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we outspoken. We don't give a fuck. Whoever it is, we talk about it.
Anybody
If we
can
don't-
get it.
Yeah. If we don't like a motherfucker, we don't like a motherfucker. That's life, man.
Yeah.
It's life. Anybody can get it. Oh, the podcast show. Anybody can get it.
Speaking of that, I gotta call somebody out.
Please
Uh-oh.
call it
Do
out.
it.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I gotta call Keemstar out.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. Keemstar, I say 2 days ago, he said he loved the podcast. All right, go ahead.
I'm still calling him out, so he might hear this. He took my donation sound. That son of a bitch.
Stream.
Oh, the
Yeah, the Illuminati, like the sci-fi.
The X-Files sound, yeah.
Well, it is the X-Files sound, but at the same time, there's a whole library of sounds that you can get from, and you choose the X-Files sound. But okay, I see. How
But
it is.
chat, y'all got Twitter. Y'all know what to do. The
Hashtag
podcast
drama
show,
alert.
the podcast show, let's fucking go. Hashtag drama alert. Give white boy his sound back.
I really like that sound. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
And
cool, isn't it?
It's
I
like
think
the
everyone that streams has some reference to the Illuminati.
I love this gum. I don't know why. Extra.
Classic bubble.
And then Eddie has a Illuminati emote, and I just
Let's see if White Boy's young. Have you ever heard my subscription one?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's something about Fat Guy Club or something.
No, that's my donation one. That's like, what is the group is called? Bam, big ass motherfuckers.
Okay.
That's from a movie called Robo War, which is a knockoff of Predator made in Italy. It stars Red Brown.
Wings doesn't have to worry about anyone taking his donations.
They're gonna be like, where you find that? at?"
People actually like that. Like people sing along with it when people donate. But,
Can I just ask this question? Everyone here, right, is partnered on Twitch.
Yes.
My fucking sound, right, which is You've Got the Touch from the 1980s Transformers animated movie from the Stan Bush song, You Got the Touch, the Optimus Prime song, right? That shit is so fucking loud in my OBS when it goes off. Like, I'll be playing something. Has anyone else been really scared by, like, either a donation or a sub or something at, like, the wrong time?
Yeah.
That shit scares the living shit out of me.
I told my story, I think, the other week. I made it to the Northwest Airfield, a 2-hour trip in DayZ, and I finally get into my gunfight, because there's where the most action is, Northwest Airfield. People come there. And I'm waiting for this guy to come out, and as soon as he gets so close, I'm in a tree, he can't see me, he's getting closer and closer. I get the $100 donation, not a regular donation, but $100 right at that moment, and then I miss someone.
Y'all want to hear my tip song?
Yeah.
Here's my sound. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Here it goes.
I'm getting echo.
And he just left a tip in his pen. It shows for show. You fuck with Jive, stay out of trouble. Mama said it's mama's side. That's mine.
Sick.
Every time
Am I still echoing?
No. It's,
Must have been
I don't
Jive.
think so.
Did y'all didn't hear it?
No, we
No,
heard
I
it
heard it.
ourselves.
We heard it. I was echoing.
Yeah, it was an echo because I got the feed going back through.
Oh, right, okay.
It should be better now.
Speaking of streaming, I want to
White
bring
Boy's
back...
dodging my question.
Oh, what? Well, I'm sorry. You said something about...
What was my subscription from?
I don't...
DCS ranging in the pot 5x5.
That's from Aliens.
Come on, Eddie.
Aliens!
You just-
I wanted to
That's
guess
the pilot.
yeah.
Pilot 5x5.
I really like... There was like a thing on Twitch for a while where it was like famous TV show stuff. Like Gold Glove had Breaking Bad. I think Lyric had some Breaking Bad stuff. And
I think I'm gonna change my subscription to I Come Blood by Cannibal Corpse. Like just the intro song, you know.
one of my favorite is Phantom Lord. Every time he has a donation, it's like, this donator's got a big cock or something. It's just like, it's really, like, if you really listen to it, it's really funny, but it's so, like, the sound is so low that you can't hear it. Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing back CupCam. I don't know if you guys remember CupCam or ever heard of CupCam. Basically, it was Twitch's first, like, game show, kind of. Like, think of the, you know, Plinko from The Price is Right? You don't remember Plinko?
Plinko?
Yeah. Okay, basically, here's CupCam.
Remember Bob Barker and Drew Carey?
Tell us the pitch.
This is CupCam. So every time someone subscribes or donates, I did this with donations, but it got a little crazy. I was getting way too many donations, and it was bordering probably illegal. I don't know. But Twitch, they don't, like, they were really harsh on people doing subscriber-only giveaways, but now they're, like, their stance is they're not responsible. They don't care. It's up to, like, the broadcaster to be responsible. But before, they made me shut down a sub-only giveaway because some bullshit. Anyway, so then I took off CupCam because I was scared that they would take that down and I would get my channel taken down. Anyways, CupCam, I would throw a ping pong ball off of my wall in honor of the last subscriber. It would bounce off my wall and land in a big inflatable pool with a lot of like triangles, Illuminati triangles everywhere,
Yeah.
like stuff that the ball could bounce off of. And then there was cups on top of like a Razer headset, a cup on top of a PS4, and if the ball got into the cup, the subscriber would get that prize. So I'm thinking that I want to bring that back. And
That sounds like a good idea.
one thing that you can do on Twitch now is you can stream on the creative game, which is basically just you can draw, people put together like stick figures and all these other like really elaborate toys. I could probably construct CupCam live. I want to put like fans. I was looking on Amazon, they have ping pong ball robots that if you're like playing ping pong ball and you want to practice, it's like a robot that will serve it to you, and you can increase the pitch, you can increase the spin, you can increase like anything really. So I might do that. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it because I've been thinking about bringing it back. People really liked it. Like, it was nuts. People would donate like $5 a ball, like back and forth, just trying to win something.
Was there like you'd have to do it, like you couldn't have like a bunch of people donating $1 and then have you like throw balls the entire fucking session?
No, I did it for like when CupCam was at its prime. People were just donating for the balls. But no, it would be like a minimum. I don't know.
Pause.
People love the me throwing
Like
balls.
it's got to be like a $5 minimum. Like if you want a ball, you got to do at least $5.
I'm thinking about doing it
Yeah.
for subscribers, but
I've never done anything for donations. I've never done like an activity for
Well, you
donations.
just started though, Eddie.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I've never even thought about doing it. Like, I don't even. Some people are really creative with it. Like what you're saying, like that's really creative. But I just wouldn't. I don't know. I just
because I
haven't
got
even
this
thought
big
about it.
house and I use most of it. Well, not really. I don't use half of it. So I got this big living room. Kelly's been making fires. We have this fire pit. I don't know why it's summertime, but it's nice to have this big fire pit. That's where the CupCam arena would be. But I don't know. I was also thinking my friend Julio 7th Street starting the stream, and he had a good idea. He wanted to do
Julio's a
beer pong.
beast.
He wanted to do beer pong. He's a beast. Yeah, he said something that he came to your stream during the birthday
He's a
party.
subscriber of mine.
He subscribed too?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hey, do any of you? I know White Boy used to say like "woo" when you got a donation.
Subscription.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. A subscription.
Jive makes
I be
it
seeing
crack.
people.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah. I be getting the woo hype going. But like I see somebody he get like donations and he like I can't remember who it was, but he dances and shit. Like and then he was
Warwick?
just getting donations and donations and
Warwick.
donations. And he just was dancing the whole stream. I'm like, come on. Like
Warwick
I
is
see,
probably the best Twitch guy on Twitch.
like I see some smaller guys when they get a subscription, they do the same thing. Like instead of a donation. And then like sometimes you get raided, like say Wings raid me and I dance every subscription. And then like everybody from Wings, you know, they say, oh, Jive dance? the first person not subscribed, but follows. That's what I mean.
Okay.
They dance every
I
follow.
ain't dancing over fucking follow, so I'll be 200 pounds next week.
Exactly. And
Well,
somebody
maybe, yeah.
follow, and
I
then
get like
he
150 follows a stream.
Because it's this guy. He does DayZ, and his name's Tased and Confused. He's like a fucking great streamer. He's a great streamer. Me, I think. Did we play with him before, White Boy? No, we played with
Moho.
We played with
somebody else.
I love that message. Well, we played with Moho, but his name Taser Confused. He's a great streamer, and like every time he get a subscription, this music come on, and he'd be like this, and like sometimes he get like 30. I know you gotta take a shit, Wings. Sometimes he get like 30 fucking like followers in a row, and he just be like this all day. I'm gonna tell him like, yo, do that for something else, like.
I mean, when you
start
donation. Like when you're starting on Twitch, you have to do something to gain that base. I have no idea how someone comes from
but
zero.
he's getting bigger though, and then he's still doing the.
You have to let that go eventually, but
I'm about to tell him like, yo, what kind of dookie you got to take right now, Wings? Let's.
The kind I'm about to get up and do it regardless.
All right, let's get to iTunes
and there
reviews.
You have it.
All right, we're gonna read 3 iTunes reviews. Sparkster, great show. Since you're excited for Final Fantasy 4, are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yo. Hold on. Wings. You heard of Linus Tech Tips? That dude.
Yeah.
He fucking hates Final Fantasy.
Why does he hate Final Fantasy?
He was like, I hate Final Fantasy. That sucked. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm gonna tell the guys from the podcast. Like, yeah, he said it sucked.
Am I excited for Kingdom Hearts 3? No. Geordie?
Oh.
No.
I mean, I haven't played it. I know Kelly played Kingdom Hearts 2.
I just don't like,
really
I don't like the battle system.
Never heard of it.
All right. We have another question. Unless you want to elaborate, Wings.
No, okay. I don't like the battle system. I also don't like playing with Donald Duck in a Final Fantasy setting.
LV702 Dopey. Just wanted to ask this question, guys. Would you rather have sex with a girl that's hairy like Chewbacca or a girl that has no arms or legs? You choose. P.S. Love the podcast.
No arms or legs.
No arms or legs.
Yeah, I mean, Angelina Jolie can have no arms or legs. I think I'd be all right with it.
She still got the nubs, right? Like, where's it cut off at?
She still
that's a good question.
She still can have a fat ass, too.
I want to know what kind of hair it would be.
I mean, like, no legs would actually be a benefit if you're fucking it right.
See, now, if it's kind of lumpy, it would remind me of Cold Cat, and I might be down with that. But if it's really nice, soft, little hair, I don't know if I can... I don't know.
Sound like Cold Cat need a hair.
Yo, this guy fucked Cold Cat, man. Hashtag.
We're gonna come on podcast one day. Cold Cat gonna have a nice hairdo, have a weave in it.
Fucking little bang right here. Hashtag white boy rape Cold Cat.
I wish I could get Cold Cat because we did shave half of him, but it's so hard to shave that. He still has a lump.
He gonna have that bowl cut like the dude that shot up the tree.
Well, that would be so cute to have a cat with a bowl cut. I would love to see a video of that. I love cats so much.
White boy is a pervert, like some kind of freaky.
I just like cats.
He likes handling pussy, Jive. Leave him alone.
God damn it.
Next question.
ASV Trap Lord says yeet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was 3.
3. Thank you.
That was 3?
That's number 21, fellas. Thank you for showing up.
And
Thank
there
you,
you
patrons.
We gotta leave it.
I gotta sit.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Yeah, Dookie butt.
He's taking his iPad.
All right, guys. Bye. Oh, shit. I ended the call. Oops.